mean. Anyway.
That's what I said. Because at this point here, it's absolutely hilarious for Gark to always be playing Brutus, for Brutus to always be playing Clive, and for those two tieflings to be constantly playing those two tieflings. Watching Clive spit on the ground as he then reacts to himself spitting on the ground. It is the mark of a true actor. And as true actors are, because you are true actors, I'm gonna give you the short and sweet of it for the time's sake. You went into a giant ziggurat pyramid. Brutus found God. God said, "Come forth to see eternal life." Pepsi came third. He won waterboarding. He was decided to fight the one creature, the banshee. Unless you're Clive, you then looked at the banshee and went, "Hey, honey, how does this good touch feel?" She liked the touch. Party members did not like the ear-piercing scream. So far, so good. What else happened after that? Use then, well, left the giant ziggurat after that. Outside into the pouring rain, Brutus saw lightning striking over by the Mistcliff Mountains. I hope to God you can see the name, and I haven't just given a name for no particular reason. But then after that, I remember I dropped the Amber token for this one, so that way the Mistcliff Mountains, you can see that. You saw some shocking thunder and lightning over there. And he's also realised that there's a little bit of fire coming from something over here in this point. And you realise you're not where you thought you were. You then left on the way down, came back and saw your guide, again sitting there minding her own business with, and this is the bit that Ruby you were not here for, hope you have a strong stomach. She sits there and there is a effigy carved of a somewhat fresh humanoid, where the stomach cavity has been hollowed out and replaced with the head, with the mouth left ajar open and a burning candle in the mouth, as the legs have been hacked off of this and the arms have been hacked off of this, and it has been placed on a stick to make like a effigy type lamp, whilst the arms and legs are spread like a star at the very back.
And she girls and zombies.
And she looked at yous, completely ignored the burning human effigy in the room, and said, "Yous have been gone a while." And yous now stand here in that same little camp where the spiders had been burning. And I guess until Pepsi's microphone works, I will have to play the voice of Pepsi.
That's gonna be
Big
gonna be
Texas
absolutely
Pepsi
awful.
incoming.
I don't think I'll even notice the difference.
Yeah, me neither.
Just like he's there.
Did we take a long rest yet?
No. None of the tokens here have a long rest.
How far away is the storm?
So, any of y'all think the storm might be a bad sign?
Nah.
How far away is the storm?
Pepsi, roll a survival check.
Who's Artus?
He was the one guy that you picked up for a little while.
Okay.
He's a couple miles away.
Okay.
More than 10.
That's gonna be good. Sorry, could Aziri, with her agricultural history as a farmer, make the check as well?
Sure.
Because I assume that storms and farming are also go hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Stands there on the porch looking out.
Yeah, Pepsi, I agree with you. Seems to be pretty close by.
There's a storm a brewing.
Now, I'm just gonna make this for the fun of it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Close signs. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't even think it's a storm. I think it's just like a few effects, mate.
I think it's just round the bend, guys.
Clive will opt to take a rest. Is it? What time of day is it?
I would say it is probably about 12-ish. Kind of hard to tell in this pouring rain.
What, 12-ish a.m. or p.m.?
It's bright outside and your dark vision hasn't kicked in, so whichever one is the afternoon.
p.m. Clive will opt for a long rest because, and Aziri would probably agree with him on this one. Traversing the jungle in a storm, especially a storm this heavy, is going to be a pain in the ass.
Brace for a storm.
Should we perhaps break camp and set up inside the temple on the top floor there? At least it's dry.
I mean, there's going to be a storm. It's not going to be dry at some point.
Well, it's going to be drier than out in this area here.
That's true, yeah.
We have tents.
We would have to, yeah, but
Have you
the
ever
ground
gone
will still be
camping in a
salty.
storm?
We would have to climb the temple, and who knows, God knows how long that is going to take. So the two other Asimar would still opt for just crashing out on the ground.
And also, the higher up to the skies you are, the higher chance there is that you get struck by lightning.
Not inside.
No, inside. In a tent, you can still get struck.
Not inside the temple.
God, I love using brain cells. Oh my god!
Well, you don't know about a temple, Maybe there's like conductors to deter invaders. I don't fucking know.
Right, yeah, sure.
Aziri and Clive opt to do it right here, right now.
Hey, yo, the
Up to do what?
working it what now?
Take a rest here.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
joking.
right.
I'm
Think
all
about
for the
what?
fluidity of the canon where we make shit up and make the other person then try to make it seem not so bad. I think this one here, Tom would be like, no. There's a line. Apparently that line is
taking a long
Brutus
rest?
cranking it.
We're all just sexually frustrated. But seeing as no one else is really replying, the two of them would start to set up the tent.
Were the tents not set up since before?
I don't know.
Those are other people's tents. Do you really want pre-owned tents?
No, but we had a long rest before we headed into the temple. Did we break camp before actually going in?
I'd assume so, yeah.
I'd assume so as
I would
well.
assume.
Because if you
assume not,
leave
but
it, who knows what might happen, If there's a storm, they might get swept away by the wind, or creatures might
Sure,
destroy
but
it.
we had our guide guarding them, so.
The guide that half the party doesn't trust.
Fair point.
Get it out there.
Aziri and Clive would take a watch together because Clive is practically blind.
Yeah. And I'll just quickly do this one here. Watch one. Plus AZ. Watch 2 would be.
Apparently, no one.
Ifrat can
Oh.
take the second watch.
Okay. Watch 3 would be.
Amber and Xourel.
A plus X. V. Then let's roll this evening's D20. Nice. Let's get this out on our tray. Nice. As use make your camp for the evening. Enjoying a nice little time to it, shall we say? Let's play a little fun game. It is Price is Right rules without going over. Closest without going over between Clive, Icarus, and Amber on a D20.
30.
1.
You don't mean with rolling.
No, you guess the number
Can I also guess the number by rolling?
if you want.
I say 12.
Okay. Amber 1, Box 12, and Gark.
30.
So it's on a D20 there, buddy.
17.
17. Wait. As yous take the first watch, I'm just going to take a look at my numbers here. Someone serenade us with a beautiful song.
Absolutely fucking not. What if we kissed under the moonlight? We had a bed fight. I would have fucked your ass out of spite, bitch. I feel like I'm going insane, like losing brain cells. Hell yeah, brother.
We are some of the greatest people in the world, and we will be here. I have like so many fucking camping things that aren't the one that I'm looking for here. I'm just gonna turn that navigation off. Jungle camping, nope. As there was this particular map that we were using by accident. See, by accident, I had at this point just been using it. Is it this one? No. Beach, 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 long rest, jungle, jungle, jungle. That's why I need to keep remembering my damn scenes now. Jungle, long rest 1. Long rest 2. Undead, undead. Oh, here it is, here. Boop. God damn it, that was the wrong one. If that's the right one, scrolls down, click, wrong one. Here it is, finally. Doot. R.I.P. Zig, GBNF.
Oh yeah, during the long rest we should probably also bury Zig shouldn't we?
Wait, why did Ziggy die? My boy!
Do you want the truth?
You murdered him because you didn't want to deal with it.
No, he failed his con save, and it imported a 2025 banshee, which stated if you have 25 or less hit points, your hit points get turned to 0. Zig's hit point maximum was less than 25. In fact, it was 25 was more than double. So
Yep.
it just outright killed him.
That's fucked up.
Poor Zig. He should have zagged.
Persig indeed.
But as Aziri and Clive taketh thy watches, I'll just I don't know, I'll just like move the 3 into here. And I'll move like this guy into here. These 2 here. Salad Fingers is off doing her own little thing. You know how it is. Use pardon? Yeah.
Thank you.
Use. Enjoy this little watch. It's going quite well for the most part. You know. Been better. Been worse. But a watch is a watch nonetheless. Use. Listen out. Take in the sights, the smells. The storm slowly starts to pass. Why would someone be doing anything like that? Use. Watches. A lone man seems to be walking in this direction, bracing against the storm. He doesn't quite seem to notice you too much as he's squinting and moving forward as the wind rushes into his face. Oh, there's a jungle rain sound? Fuck yeah! And a thunder sound? And I
This is
can't
just
play these together?
ASMR.
I think you'll find these can now be simultaneously played back.
Now it's just more rain.
You're damn right it's more rain.
Why don't we just use the rainy mood?
Oh, don't you start me. I put rainy mood on the other night for the first time in years and I was like, this is perfect. Is moist. But as the person is walking towards you, I seemingly notice it.
Aziri would probably try and make a check to kind of discern details about this fellow. Like, does it seem like a mercenary, undead, just a poor traveller, something like that?
Yep. There we go, it's nice and dense now. Aziri can roll a insight check. And I know I don't sound so sure about that, but I'm just opening things up as well.
Yeah. Oh, I probably should have used Clive for that, actually. Or whatever.
Well, you said Aziri was going to do it, so...
Oh, that's true, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
I'm just doing my checks. Turning the rain on has slowed my browser down fucking significantly, apparently.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Maybe use Firefox instead of Chrome.
I ain't using Chrome.
No, I don't. You need Chrome.
I use
It's pretty
Microsoft
nice,
Edge for
but
this.
especially Tom's computer would shit a bricks right now. 'Cause it does take up a lot of what's it called, GPU?
RAM. Probably. Let's see. Very good. As Aziri watches on, the man seems to be local. He seems to be dressed almost in a tribal garb. He's got like a red scarf that turns to a hood, a set of brown shorts, some sandals that seem to tie up to about his knees, rather long loincloth. I realise now I'm describing a Spartan
like
from 300.
Oh, I was thinking of a Walmart employee.
I was like, oh, he's got this and he's got this, and it's like, oh yeah, it's Zack Snyder's 300, that is.
When you say local, is it a Yuan-Ti local?
Looks human.
Aziri and Clive would walk up to the human to offer help. Because, you know, Lathander's light needs to help out in times of storm or whatever. So they would both walk up to him. Clive, no armor but sword in hand, and Aziri with probably his sunflower seeds ready.
As you approach the man, and he looks is gonna get startled for a moment and whoa. This area is inhabited again.
We're just passing through. We're trying to get to Mesero.
Oh.
I can't do Tom's voice.
Don't worry, Tom told me what the accent was originally gonna be, and yous are so lucky.
Is it gonna be a racist one?
When you get the chance, look up the song Combine Harvester by the Wurzels.
Oh. Okay.
And then crank that up to like 11. Is he gonna...
Yeah, never mind.
The Wurzels Pepsi.
But, yeah, just passing through, trying to get to Mesero.
The area is... Pardon me.
Good heavens.
Repopulated?
Is this a question?
Seems like it might be.
It's we don't know. We have to go there first.
Didn't we meet a dude from there?
I couldn't catch that.
Didn't we meet a dude that lived in Mesro?
He looks at you and... And these are your... friends?
No one's sleeping, but companions, yeah. He's a very good friend of mine. He's my best friend, points to Clive. I would die for him. I would kill for him. I know his mother very well.
Oh, we're getting new lore here, ladies and gentlemen. Tom needs to...
Tom has a lot of explaining to do.
Aziri knows Clive's mother.
It would have been funnier if you now wrote down slept with Kirk's mother.
Oh, there's a whole recording to back that one away. As he stands there like, yeah, oh, and like, seems like he's been out there in this for a while as he is drenched. As he looks at you, there, Clive. May I eat? Warm myself by your fire?
Of course, the thunder's light warms all. After all, we all deserve some comfort in these wet nights.
Hold on. He said this to Clive, and how does Clive answer? Is this Clive
Signing.
speaking?
No, he's signing and then someone translate. Like we've been doing for the past 6 months.
Just, you know,
Yeah, okay, but you have to clarify this every time, huh?
No, I don't.
Oh yes,
Not
you do.
everyone's as dumb as you. No, I really don't.
Scottish says every single time, "Oh, no, you didn't clarify this, so that's not how it happened." This,
I mean,
if
what's
it
the
applies to
alternative?
me, it also applies to you.
What's the alternative?
I think at
Suddenly-
this point here, Gark is a bit of a pass, considering he's playing the character that usually translates for him. Like, he's playing his own translator.
Unfair.
So adding a little
Unfair.
voice in there just so I know it's translated, you know. We gotta give and take sometimes. But it's the
Sure, brother.
man watches you give the gang signs, and then as he watches Aziri speak out the words, he looks at you there, Clive. Yes. Warm comforts indeed. Gonna.
So, Clive signs. What brings you out here, all the way out in the middle of this jungle?
I'm traveling.
This far into the jungle?
I am headed to Ataz Mahahaha.
Looks up map.
Same, don't worry.
Give me a moment. I see everyone switching the scene. Oh, Muhaha. Okay, yeah. Well,
That's just
Perhaps.
oh.
perhaps you could join us in our travels, seeing as we're, going the same way. Aziri would say this. Clive would just kind of look at him.
We could travel together like that, yes. I'm gonna quickly just drop a commoner real quick. Just so we know. Whoop. We could.
What's your name, buddy? Aziri would ask.
Oh god, it's put me on the spot now.
Oh.
He doesn't have one.
My name.
Montoya.
And you have killed my father. Now you must die. My name is Ikenya Tawana.
Yeah. That's a very, very cool name. Could you write that down for me, please?
Can you phonetically spell it real quick?
I could if I wasn't just making up the spelling as we go along.
That's the joke.
Well, yeah, come join us.
But
I'm sure we can all benefit from it.
my friends
What is your
call me
occupation? Kenneth.
Kenneth.
That's an absolutely lovely name.
Thank you. I was given it for my birthday.
Yeah, I assume so. I think that's how most people are named.
And I
Actually, it depends on the culture.
Oh, you
Some
fucking
cultures
guys.
it's given after a few years.
Of course Fox knows that. And I am the most humble but important of jobs to all society.
Uh-huh.
I am a courier.
Oh, okay. And letters or packages or...
I work for a small group. We go by the name Hermes.
Okay. Would, can I make 2 checks to see if either of the Asimar know that?
Sure.
Would it be history?
Sure, yeah. I'm just really hoping yous all have Hermes over there and it's just a shit. Either that or this joke just lands flat as fuck.
At least with me, it lands flat.
I know Hermes, the Greek god, but
I was gone for a second. What was the joke?
you.
We don't know.
Do you in the Netherlands have a delivery company that used to be called Hermes?
No,
Don't
but
even
we
think
have
so, no.
the Greek gods that does.
You have the
same thing.
Greek god in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Does he have the surname X? Greek god X? GGX?
No, they live above the big tower in Amsterdam.
Oh, Hermes Europe. Oh, it may have been over there. It's originally from Germany. Nice.
Fuck Germans again.
I know Hermes, the company that makes ties.
It was a, for lack of better terminology, delivery company that was known for being excessively bad in every way, shape, or form, to the point where they changed their name to Every instead. And the joke here is that he works for a shitty parcel company. As for the name, does not seem to ring any bells. Usually in Faerun they just use carrier pigeons or teleportation.
Okay.
Hermes the god delivers in Faerun, and like they stole the name and then proceeded to do a shit job.
So, why travel through the perilous jungle? Sounds very dangerous for a simple cur.
I am no simple courier. I am a marksman of great skill and a hunter.
Okay, question still stands. Why?
The mail must be delivered.
It can't be done through letters?
Yes, it can. Who do you think delivers the letters?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. Well, yeah, you're welcome to stay here if you'd like. I hope you have your own tent with you. Otherwise, Clive would give up his spot.
As
He signs. He will sign absolutely not, but she won't translate.
As he looks at you there, Clive. Looks you up and down. How did this happen?
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much, sometimes they have sexual intercourse, and what comes out is typically
I
a
am
baby.
aware how a litter is made.
A litter.
So what is the question?
How did this happen to you?
What is this? What do you mean by this? Yeah, you can
You
show
know-
me what you like, but you
you
should
know,
still
the-
ask, what do you
the-
mean by this?
I suppose.
I know what he means by this, but this is in character asking.
I suppose. People. How did you come to look like you got into a fight with a great beast?
Oh, in our homeland, we are pestered by this blight, this sickness, a curse from an evil god. And we've been trying to get rid of it, but unfortunately, we have both
Restore
been
it.
inflicted by it. He's got the physical brunt of it. But we're all healing in our own ways, slowly but surely. It's probably not contagious.
See. Gives a little nod and I will eat. Are you hungry, friend? And kind of gestures towards Clive.
He'll. What does this man seem to be offering?
You watch as he gets into his bag, and as he does, pulls out a rather large haunch, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. A rather thick, hefty slab.
A slab of what exactly?
Meat.
Clive will sign. Aziri will translate. Aren't these two sleeping?
That's what I'm wondering.
Clive will sign. Aziri will translate. What kind of meat is this?
Your kind have a name for this swine. I believe you call it
KFC.
fork.
A frog?
Fork.
Frog.
It he's kind of like gets a little notebook and writes down the word letters piece by piece, and then like turns it to you, and it just says pork.
Oh. Okay, he's got like a speech impediment then. Where did you get pigs all the way out here? How did it not get spoiled and rotten?
There are pigs everywhere. You just have to know what to look for. Have to find them.
Have we ever seen pigs in the jungles?
No. You've not seen any
Didn't know that.
swine-like creature.
I didn't know that police officers this far in the jungle.
It's called the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, but do they patrol the jungle? That's what I'm curious about.
Clive will sign that he's happy with the rations he has to save the meat, for days when he needs it himself.
Oh, this must be
Bless you.
consumed tonight. We will feast.
He'll still sign that.
Okay. May I? And he kind of like gestures to the fire.
May you what?
Start a spit roast.
Oh yeah, of course. Go ahead. So long as it doesn't attract any
Unzipped
unwanted
No joke was
animals.
coming. Amber beats Xourel at 3D chess. The places the haunch on there, and it cooks. The next stage is 4D chest. He starts to spin it along as he looks at you there, Clive, this once more. And so, how long have you been afflicted?
Don't remember. It's been quite a while. Months, I think.
So you're still new?
To the sickness.
Gonna make a
Hello?
quick insight check here. No, we wouldn't call it a sickness. But if that's what you have been conditioned to call it.
The sickness, yeah. How would you call it?
Many of us call it a blessing.
Why is that? It severely impacts, our physical state and mental well-being.
It does. It makes us stronger, faster,
No,
more cunning.
It doesn't. Not to us, at least. I don't know what kind of sickness you have.
My friend, I am you and you are me. We are one and the same.
I highly doubt that. I think Aziri and Clive will look at each other. Clive will sign. I think this dude needs to belong in a special institution. Does the man seem like he's afflicted by any type of sickness or virus or whatever?
Give me insight or perception.
Okay. Can Clive roll as well?
Sure, he is really talking to Clive. Everyone's really talking about Clive.
Oh.
As you look at him there and as he's talking to you there, Clive, you notice the fire burning in his eyes strong. It's quite clear. And in the reflection of his eyes, and he's speaking to you and talking about this, and he's getting inquisitive, you are seeing an awful lot of your surroundings in his eyes. Like,
As in they're very reflective, or?
as in they are extremely reflective.
Okay, well, that's possible, I think. Is that weird?
You've not seen a reflection like that in any of your companions' eyes.
Okay, well, I don't know, it might be an affliction. Doesn't sound that weird, so just willfully ignore it.
Yeah. He kind of like leans in a little bit more and he's like, places his hands on your hands.
Whose hands?
Clive.
Shit.
Leans in with this
What
almost
if Clive will pull
concern as he does it, like he's about to break some really fucking bad news. Like he's about to pull
Clive
out a
will pull
folded
back his
out
hand.
American flag and salute at you.
Did he say, I'm gonna kiss you?
No. He just said, he placed his hands on yours and kind of leaned in with a bit of concern. And then said, just nod yes or no.
Nobody has to know. What is up with this
Just nod yes or no.
Clive will stare at him blankly, and will try and pull his hand back to sign. Aziri will tell the man he wants to say something. He wants to sign something.
He doesn't need to sign. I just need to
Okay,
nod
well,
of
he
the
still
head
wants
up or
to
down.
sign. What did he say?
I just need a nod of the head up or down.
Okay, but he still wants to sign. Do you not respect his wills?
I respect his
His wants.
privacy as he leans into you, Gark. Is this your first time?
With a man.
Aziri will say, well, he can't answer you if you don't let go of his hands.
If he nods up and down, that's a yes. If he nods left and right, that's a no. I don't need him to elaborate. I was also hoping you
Why not?
didn't hear that to save him his modesty.
Stand there, gazes locked, eyes staring into each other's souls.
There's a little bit of
And-
concern and worry in his eyes. I'll say with your 11, you can kind of see that now. He's concerned for you.
Clive will say. Well, I'm not say. Clive will sign the head. Yes.
Oh,
I can't really sign that. He'll nod. Sorry, that was weird.
you sweet little cub. He looks round. It appears you've bitten off more than you can chew. Please. Allow me. You know, I wrote the name down. I ain't even gonna attempt it.
He puffers his lips.
Allow me.
Leads.
Kenneth,
They smell like raspberry.
Assist you. I'ma just make a quick
Oh.
over initiative.
Oh. There you go.
If you were asleep, roll for initiative with a disadvantage.
Would people wake up from this?
I assume they would probably be woken up.
Why are you trying to kiss a furry?
No, it was the other way around. The furry was trying to kiss me.
No, you're trying to fuck a furry.
No, it's still the other way around, unfortunately.
Sure, bud.
Sure, bed.
Bad.
I don't think Vox could roll any lower than that, but we'll see. Yeah, he goes from either having a 7 or a 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see where the were-tiger lands in all of this. I named him Jimbo.
We never saw his weapons. Or were they morphed alongside his form? Because that was
has
what Aziri
no
was looking
weapons.
for.
He has no weapons. He is simply clawing at. He will simply be clawing.
Oh, okay, so it's just the art. Okay.
Yeah, just the art and token in case someone here thought they were going up against just a tiger. No. Just a weird tiger.
So he is planning on clawing me. That is good to know.
He's planning on clawing.
Why'd you put the emphasis like that? That was weird.
Because you said he's planning on clawing you.
Oh, okay.
And I never specified you.
You never specified. You hate.
So, as Brutus is asleep, or getting some sleep, I will allow, ever so kindly, I know, such a great and beautiful god that I am, I will allow you to make a perception check at disadvantage because you are technically asleep, to hear some startled gasps and a... Well, it was against his initiative roll.
I am back.
So you awake, Brutus, to the sight outside of a were-tiger, getting a bit close with Clive, and Clive doesn't seem to be backing away. Peeks his head out the tent. Clive, is that your date?
A date? Well, Clive can't sign, so... Aziri would say, it's, weird man. Trying to kiss Clive, I think. Not sure if it's forced or not.
I'm not trying to kiss your friend.
Okay, not kissing. Just being weird. Just a yes or no. What is up with all these people wanting yeses or nos?
Everybody's simple.
clear
I think-
communication.
I think Aziri's already said enough, and Clive can't talk right now. So
Clive can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the terrifying scream.
He can nod.
oh, that's true. He can nod. He would nod. He'd shake his head. He doesn't know that the tiger is aggressive right now. I think.
He's just transformed.
Yeah.
So, Brutus is holding an action. Okay. I'm looking for my syllabus sheet. Oh, there it is. I'm a genius. That's your turn, alright, baby boy. Let's get ahead and move on over to the Weird Tiger. Let's see. Once that looks at you and that's your first time, it's okay. I'll show you how it's done, and he will just move to Aziri, and with great speed will make dos attackerunos against Azurino
I don't know.
with both claws as you watch as he lunges forth and tries to swing. To which a 13 and a 9. It is crazy to think that they both miss.
Is it? Aziri's just built like that.
Icarus. You can make a perception check at disadvantage.
Would this trigger the held action?
The held action specifically was...
If it attacks, Brutus will shoot.
I would consider this an attack, to be honest.
Oh! It was Brutus's held action, so I thought it was yours. Brutus, yeah, that's
No.
that's pretty hostile, if I do say so myself. 19 for 3 shall in fact hit. Do anything else with your turn?
Did this look in any way? Oh wait, you said first perception check.
At disadvantage, because you are asleep.
Disadvantage is control, right?
Yes. Sorry, my brother has asked me for something. I've only just realised I did not send it. You sleep. The DC was against his initiative. Unless someone takes the time to scream or shout on their turn.
How loud was Brutus asking? I guess not loud enough.
It was hard to approximate given that Brutus is currently using Microsoft Text-to-Speech.
I
I
think he's
love our
using.
party's ability to not communicate.
I'm pretty sure Pepsi is using Matthew text to speech.
Well, yes, sure.
That's a different program entirely. So I guess I don't. Ichvirat does not hear anything.
Not right now, no.
Then I will roll over in my sleep. And that's my turn.
Yeah. Tis Aziri turn.
Ziri would probably do this as flames spout from her body in reaction to, I guess, betrayal. Not quite sure. And reckless attack with the sword, which should be advantage. My bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot my VPN did that. A 19 for 9 will hit. Anything else?
No. Can't really do anything. Does the attack hurt it at all?
No.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Anything else?
Clive will... Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can just do that because Tom isn't here to crash out whenever you do things.
To crash out, what do you mean?
Every time like you click the button to change initiative rather than me, like it starts causing foundry issues.
Oh. Clive will... shit. Clive will run up to this tent right here, and try and wake up these two by furiously signing and kicking Amber. He will sign as loud as he can, and kick Amber. And if he can wake up Xourel as well, then he would.
That sound of two
Hell,
deaf
it's
people
rebuke.
arguing. It's that's cruel, but like, and then Amber gets a solid kick in the shins.
Garth, I hope you remember that you said that you could actually speak, it just hurts.
Yeah, I do. No, remember,
Okay.
but he won't speak it. And he'll sign. Magic hurts it. Normal doesn't.
Amber, as your eyes come to, you see a beautiful little well, you see a very expensive AliExpress fursuit engaged in mortal combat with the farmer's daughter.
Oh my god, who invited the furry? God damn it.
Does he still have an action?
Yeah, he's
I'm
haven't made
fine.
an attack. You've just walked and technically talked.
Right, we'll walk back in that case.
Free
Using
action,
all his
racial
movement.
discrimination.
His AC is 10, by the way. Keep in mind. But he still has a sword. We'll make an attack. Probably
Shall
miss.
miss.
Yeah, we'll just kind of miss and with one hand try and sign something, but not be able to.
I would
Anyway,
assume that Amber would wake her up with a swift kick in the balls or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think. I think there's a guard in front. Anyway,
15 foot of movement, as would be standing up.
he's gonna look outside of the tent, sees a furry. She's the very, very nice lady fighting the furry. Realize the furry is probably bad. And tells them to skedaddle with a slight whisper.
A 12 Seekak damage. And with on a field save, 3d6 damage, I must immediately use a reaction to be able to move as far away from you as I possibly can. Safest possible route. That's as far away from you as I possibly can.
Would that trigger opportunity
Nope.
attacks?
Oh,
We ask this question every time someone does something that causes a creature to move. It's like,
No.
opportunity of attack.
The reason I'm asking is because it could be seen as involuntary movement, seeing as it's under the effect of
It is
a
involuntary
movement and
movement.
not a push.
It is involuntary, that's why it has to use its reaction.
Yeah, so that's it. It could be read differently, so that's why I asked.
Anything else?
Not with Xourel.
Amber.
Amber. Is it for the... Oh god, did I push them out of reach? Well, what's the range on this? Couldn't read that.
50.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
What's the range?
30.
The temporary hit points you've got, that's from Aziri, correct me if I'm wrong?
I have no idea. Oh, this would be funny.
I think so, but I think they just
Damn
forgot
it.
to.
Wait, why is the whole
remove
person no
it.
longer prepared when I casted it?
You did cast Hold Person last session, I'm pretty sure.
Did somebody else control my stuff and not use the right spells?
That would have been Quinn. Yeah. So if you wanna
It seems like
remove Dragon's Breath for hold person, be my guest. I'll let you know right now. Hold person didn't work against the undead.
ah. Well, but this is a furry.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that like it didn't work. So technically speaking, you could have used either one.
Ah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like recasting it on this guy.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Jimbo with his wisdom
I think
saving
it
throw.
won't work.
Well, you see, hold person says that it must be cast upon a humanoid.
That's funny.
He's a humanoid.
Oh, that's better. So you get the ethereal gaze. Does it affect any of your? Yeah, no. So that's only on. Okay. So hypnotic gaze. Copy it. Yeah. So she doesn't have any buffs to their enchantment spells. She then gonna zip up the tent again.
Okay.
This motherfucker.
Solida, who came first in the initiative order, but I forgot to roll her in because I am so fucking smart. While she is a fair bits away, you know, you just don't like her. Brutus, you watch as the cat person immediately holds tight as he watches her just shaking. And you move on in.
Yeah.
God, Pepsi, these headphones not even got 5% in them. He's edging us with his voice. Opens up the tent and yells at Icareth. Oi,
Oi, get up!
get up. Homelander's gone stole me wife and me bloody kid.
Anyways, I cast Blicky.
Ah.
The American
21 for
way.
4 will hit. I mean, technically it hits. So he technically gets moved?
I haven't used. That's on. It's only if I use an ability.
Your heavy
Oh, wait, that's
crossbow
wait.
has the push master?
Mastery. Mastery, yes. 10 feet away.
10 foot in a straight line. Boop. I only just remembered that, else I would have put it on the last one, so I apologise. But yeah, gets moved 10 foot away. Did anything else?
Nope.
Wait.
Caroline. Bum, bum.
Icareth, you are awoke from your slumber.
That's great. I was just going to ask, but whether I heard him yell, but I assume
He
so.
screamed into
since
thy
you just
tent.
said it.
15 foot as you would have just gotten up.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. Okay, so that's then 20.
That's 5.
No, but I mean 15 foot to get up, right, from prone.
I have your movement, yes. So 15 and then 5, so you get 10 left.
Oh, I guess I'll take one step forward, and then I can potentially do a bit of this here.
He's paralyzed. So
Oh, that's advantage.
yeah, I believe that comes with advantage. If you want to roll the d20 again. Well, an attempt was made. You wish to do anything else with your turn?
I can move to.
That's it, buddy.
Ah, yeah. I'll move to the side over here. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Aziri.
Aziri will run up to this bitch. I need to very quickly read what a rage does again.
Set my hit points.
Oh, it's just hit points. Okay,
It's,
shit.
yeah, it's vitality of the tree. When you activate your rage, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to barbarian level. So Aziri immediately gets 3 temporary hit points from the last turn. Which
I'll
and then
try and. Sorry,
Yeah. there you go.
I wanted to try and grapple this thing.
Yeah. And then it was a creature within 10 foot of you when you start your turn. Any creature within 10 foot of you gains temporary hit points. Roll a number of d6s
would be-
equal to rage damage modifier and add them together. So 2d6.
We'll give them to Clive.
Right,
We'll try and grapple this thing.
Yeah. On you go. I literally just had the thing there. Yeah, what's the series DC for grapple again?
I think it is 13.
8 plus proficiency plus strength.
That's 13, I said.
The creature automatically
can
fails
try and do this.
strength saving throws. So it's also grappled.
Cool. And that would be the end.
So not only is the creature not going anywhere, the creature's not going anywhere.
Clive is in a bit of a kerfuckle because he is not. Where takes another from the attack. Clive will fucking, I guess, take a dash action. He can't really do much else. And go over yonder. That's it.
Xourel's turn.
Xourel, sees that he's far away.
No,
Oh,
he doesn't, because Amber closed the tent.
Xourel's gonna open the tent, sees he's far away, sees that he's still paralyzed, correct?
Still held with the magics.
Anyway, I start blasting. Sorry, that's at advantage. Let me roll another 20, so that is a 9 to hit.
9.
Ah, yeah, it's his turn. And then cries a bit.
Scheiße.
Amber looks through the tent, sees he is still paralyzed.
Remember, do hast advantage.
Is gonna pew a firebolt
Ah. That hits.
for zipping up the tent once again.
Yeah.
I just imagine, like, after they shoot this guy, they just start playing patty cakes.
I would like to point out we have also expanded my German knowledge.
Ah, it's his turn.
Oh, that and Mine Hurts Brent, but at that point there, that's the last of the Rammstein songs I know. Selena will stand up and start making her way towards yourselves. Now her speed is still technically 15. 15. She kind of looks and what is going on now? And rubs her eyes.
You just hear from the tent, "Big kitty!"
Clive's a fairy!
Yeah, looks round. Looks
What's
at
a
you,
furry?
Brutus. I thought he was the one that loves the men.
Looks like a man!
Ah, the point still stands. Looks. Do you got it?
Most philosophical question that. Brutus has ever been asked.
She'll hold her.
Oh no,
action.
that's my brother.
Ah. She will go ahead, and if she has the space... Please, girl, have the space. Now, you guys are either going to find this hilarious, or you're going to hate me for it. And I want you to pick one before I tell you.
I'll hit you for it.
This is the one ranger I built where I decided not to put Hunter's Mark on them.
Isn't that just an innate feature for...
Not for 2014.
Why is this from 2014?
I did not want to make the guides any more powerful than yourselves.
Right.
Well, in that case, we will. And it shout over. Are you good at dodging?
Who's she asking? Clive and
Yes.
Aziri will say, I am. Clive isn't.
Hmm.
Sacrifice is worth it.
He will shout on over. Dodge! And you watch as the tiger immediately just boom, and a bright green light. Aziri saves on Fairy Fire. Gark, funnily enough, I have to check. You pass. Oh yeah, you both pass on Fairy Fire. So this the fucker is also just lit up regardless.
But not that it really helps because it's also
Oh.
paralysed, but still appreciated.
So fairy fire, that means we now have advantage, which we didn't have already, right?
Oh, you mean like how Aziri went over and grappled the creature and turned its movement speed to 0 even though it's already grappled?
It's paralyzed, which also already give advantage. So the fairy fire does nothing.
So we
once
have
again.
advantage, and it has a movement speed of 0 with a movement speed of 0. We're just making sure at this point.
We're just doubling up.
Yeah.
We're being safe.
You can
Fail
never,
safes.
you can never be too certain with these furry flickers.
Brutus, you're up.
Someone here really doesn't like cats. Et tu brute?
Let's consider those beautiful wrinkles of yours, Pepsi. That's
Sorry.
for your average Nevadan.
Let's see here. Out of curiosity, because I think I fought something recently that had some sort of magical resistance. Have my shots been doing anything to this tiger thing?
Not a fucking thing.
Am I able to tell?
You're
Okay,
hitting.
I was making sure Brutus can tell.
You're clearly hitting, and all it's doing is just like landing and bouncing off.
Okay, just making sure Brutus would know, thank you. Alright. Real quick, is this grid still active?
Fairy Fire is only anything in the cube when the spell is cast. So
Okay, so I can walk in.
yeah, you can walk in.
Alright, I'm getting my javelin out. It's time to do the magic hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about. Hey,
At least I hope magic weapons work on this thing. Is it 12 to hit?
yeah, it hits. I would say you have advantage, but it doesn't matter. Roll the d6.
Alright. Slash roll 1, 6.
For a total of 8 damage. Did anything else?
Hey, it's not immune to lightning.
No, that was pierce. Oh, that was lightning. Oh, I thought it was the piercing. Either way, as you attack, you watch as you just zzzt right in there. Turns out cats don't like being electrocuted. Did anything else?
If any of you have any electric abilities, zap the cat! That's it.
Wisdom saving throw incoming. Jesus Christ, Jimbo, you're pathetic. As the Jimbo turns to Clive. Is it... Turn!
I don't think he
How
can
is he-
talk.
His
is he
eyes,
turning?
it's just his eyes, like, turn, and as he's, like,
Well, blink,
straining,
blinking the
just
Morse code.
throat talking, just turn! Icarus.
This looks like
Job for me, so everybody. Just follow me. Nope, okay.
bonus action summon the trident, because I'm pretty sure I was holding the pike still. And then I can oh wait, let me just roll again in case I can crit this.
You did crit, just in the opposite direction.
Well, 21.
I... Did anything else?
No. There we go. Aziri.
Six temporary hit points to Brutus.
Brutus, I'll throw them over to say about it.
Gotcha.
There you go.
6.
And
I saw.
we'll ask Jimbo. She doesn't quite know about, paralyzed people can't speak. We'll ask Jimbo, what do you mean turn? And we'll keep him grappled and take the dodge action just in case.
Starts muttering things. Very hard to tell what language he's speaking at this point, as it's really hard to say certain letters when you can't move your lips or your tongue, and you're doing it all through your throat. And he hasn't quite mastered his throat yet, but giggity, giggity,
Thrashy game
giggity,
is
goo.
weak. Yeah, Clive wouldn't sign about it, probably. He's just out for one thing right now, so he would grab his sword and do this
Oh
for
yeah.
a total of 12 radiant damage.
12 cause...
What do you mean, cuz?
12 radiant because what?
Well, it's an automatic crit, isn't
Oh.
it?
You're right, sorry. I forgot about that part, because Divine Smite has that whole undead fiends thing as well, and I'm like, is he
Oh,
a
no.
fiend? You
And
bring it down, you watch like the sword bounces, but as it does, just leaves a shing of radiant damage.
I haven't played a paladin. Doesn't smite make it magical? The entire attack.
No, because smiting is something you do after the fact that you have to use a spell slot for. It's it's not the magic. It's not the weapon that becomes magic. It's the spell / feature that is magic. Pardon me.
Okay, gotcha. That's it.
Xourel.
Xourel sees the guy and goes, actually, he's gonna rub his eyes, step outside, and he's gonna try to deal slightly more damage by a advantage witch bolt. You.
I forgot the Witch Bolt has that. Like, look at that. Just look at that length. He is. Look at all these fucking conditions that this guy has on him. He's just racking them up. He's collecting them like Pokemon cards at this point.
I said the same thing about length when I saw the painting.
Yeah, so he takes that there, and this is when he's doing bonus action, provided you don't break line of sight, takes 17 points of lightning damage. Once more, you just see like the flashes of like a cat skeleton. Is it like Then you get it back to where it was. Hannibal Lectered. Anything else with your turn?
I'm swapping it over to Amber, who is gonna also walk up a bit. rebutton her code. Don't ask why.
The one time that Ruby doesn't use Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh no, because I'm concentrating on whole person.
No, I just mean like every artist is Tasha's. It's like Tasha's. You know what? This one time, hold person, and like the creature just can't make the fucking save.
Okay.
Oh. How about? Let me see if I can. Oh, there's very little I can do here. Why should? Okay, I have an interesting build. I forgot. I like to shoot the fucker.
14% of hits.
That hits. Okay.
Yeah. Relatively low AC.
We have determined that
God, I
it
just-
12 hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Immune to all other damage that isn't magical. CR4. Motherfucker's gonna have a low AC to compensate. Speaking of compensating. Shalada will walk on over to here. So they've got this, right? They've got this, right?
Who's she asking?
Amber and Xourel.
Oh. Even with the specification, they just don't reply.
Yeah, I said, yeah, we got this.
We didn't hear you at all.
There was no
my
yeah.
apologies, my mic is a little
That's
bit
alright.
far.
Good. If they've got this, then we have this game here. It's called Rock, Leaf, and Sharp Rock. Would you like to play?
And that required all of your brain cells, didn't it?
It did, yeah, because I was about to say rock, paper, scissors, and it's like everybody does what matters.
Rock,
Brutus.
leaf, board.
Why did
So,
I
if
think
I
of that?
remember correctly, I was supposed to roll with advantage on this thing because of fairy fire.
And because I'm paralyzed, you know, just.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the paralyzed thing happened. Honestly, I forgot to paralyze the man.
Like at this point here, you're just rolling the most crits. Because that's a crit. You want to roll an RD6?
All right.
13 points of damage. Did it else your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Gonna go
Just
back.
stab until someone tells me not to.
The DC's fucking 13, Jimbo. Box.
It's 12
Um,
actually, but yes.
The DC's 12?
No, yes. I don't know.
How do you not know your own DC? Your DC's 12.
I do know it, yes. Does that change anything?
Oh yeah, it changes a lot. Meets it, beats it.
No!
Don't worry, we still have advantage. Talking about advantage,
19 for 11 hits.
I love how this man is just standing there and just getting shot with magic from every angle.
Oh, because he can really do something about it.
No, but like, he just gets like frozen up and just gets 20 bullets put into him. Like, when does he die?
Aziri.
Aziri will say to the others, let's try and knock him out for questioning later. And we'll take a dodge action still. Clive will fucking backhand the motherfucker.
Oh wait, straight dodging?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Do you need to keep your action to grapple someone?
No. Aziri doing
Okay.
nothing else with Aziri's turn? Just straight dodging?
I know about rage, yeah.
Yeah, weren't specifying about keeping that up though.
What?
Gotta use a bonus action to keep your rage up. Since you don't need to actively constantly contest, if you don't hit or get hit, you must use a bonus action
I know
to keep your
about-
rage going.
I know about that part. I didn't know about that you can keep it up. But whatever.
So, it's alright. Either way, Clive
Doesn't matter.
backhands a bitch.
Nat 20 doesn't matter, but
Yeah, it does.
funny that you got a crit on it.
Doesn't matter. I was like, it rolls. It does the dice. So that's a backhand.
It would have dealt
Would have dealt 4
6
damage.
damage, I believe.
You double the
it's 1
damage
plus.
dice, but there's no dice here. However,
that's
since I'm such a generous god, you can divine smite an unarmed attack if you wish to turn this into a divine backhand.
If only I could.
Divine pimp slap.
Pimp
Slap.
Pimp named Clive.
Don't call me Slick Mac.
Real. It's just a sheer insult that like Clive's taken off a glove and went. Psh.
I sadly can't non-lethally Eldritch Blast him. So that is
The fuck?
Not funny.
You might still have a lot of health. We don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'll just keep blasting.
Then anyone else says, I'll say it now, he ain't looking too good, Chief.
Oh wait, as a bonus action, I can ongoing damage his ass.
Yeah?
Let me do that as another 8 lightning.
Another 8 lightning straight, he dies.
Oh fuck!
Come on.
Whoopsies! Sorry guys.
Sadly, cannot make magical damage non-lethal.
What if I make it like a taser?
Yeah, no.
No.
You
As
can
you-
have a
Alright.
magical.
Aziri will give you a thumbs down.
Hey, that's pretty good XP.
Sorry, he was a little bit more fragile than I expected.
And Clive knows a thing or two about humanoid tigers and will try and cut this one up. He
Well, that was an
should
easy
still
fight.
have. He should still have an empty vial because he dropped the holy water. So he'd like to try and collect the blood, and also he has this in his inventory, which I don't know where he got it from. I don't know what it means.
Oh,
But he'll
God.
try and get more tiger cubes.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you?
He's just going straight cannibal speedrun at this point.
What, is it really cannibalism? Because he's
Still
not
a human.
a tiger.
Still a human.
Oh,
It's basically eating a diseased person.
it really isn't.
Lycanthropy is a disease.
Eat a
No, it's a curse.
were-tiger, does that infect you with were-tigerism?
Bear tigerism.
Well, is it called? It's not called lycanthropy anymore. If it's
No, it's still lycanthropy.
okay,
Yeah.
well, lycanthropy then.
But that was also a 20. So I don't like the lycanthropy and the vampire rules from 2024 because those just, if you die as a vampire, if you get turned into a vampire spawn, you're a vampire spawn under the DM's control. Or you're a lycan under the DM's control.
I mean, you can just not control them.
Yeah, but you also only get 10 hit points and cannot be revived. So your character is essentially dead. So I'll just use the 2014 rules for lycanthropy and vampire spawns and all that shit. And all will be slightly better, but not really good. But yeah, you cut up the Tiger Man, I suppose, in a strange, grim way as Celadus
like me
watches.
to make it?
Defender's judging you.
No. But Celadus watches, and for those of you who pay attention to her, she's like watching with grave intensity. Every now and then kind of like licks her lips as she watches it happen.
I think she has a crush on yeah, Clive.
You're good.
He does it so masterfully. Toby, what the
Does
hell
what
is it?
masterfully.
Do
What's
you
your
know-
tiger?
That is a human man.
Oh shit, that's a dude.
That is a man. Being butchered by another man.
Did he
Wow.
revert upon
I'm not gonna yuck your yums. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm going back to my tent.
Do they revert upon death? I don't remember.
I'm gonna just say yes.
You're just
Oh.
cutting up a man.
Alright, well, I mean, the last one didn't revert, so I didn't know this one would.
You know what? Let's play the fun game of 50-50. Your choice, Gark. Roll a d100 or play evens or odds.
Odd he doesn't revert.
And it's still rolled privately after that. A 10. Evens. He reverts.
Alright, well, I said he'd cut him up, so he will.
I will say he's still got like striations in that, you know. Now that his clothes are off, you can tell that there are like marks that would have been tiger stripes.
Alright, with that said, I am AFK for like 5 minutes to grab a drink and take a shit.
Okay.
At the same time,
Don't you
Are you
judge
going
him
to
for like
also
drinking
get-
PP.
are we also going to get the drink out of the toilet, or?
And with that, Icareth, your watch begins.
I don't want to watch that.
As you sit there now, the day is actually 8 o'clock. The day fast coming
Does
up.
combat interrupt the long rest?
Only if it goes on for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, their shit's done, nothing else to do there, so you will now take precedent. You know, save the whole, or they go to bed and then you wake up. But you, mon frère, mon ami, my precious little cherub, you watch as everybody else is asleep. The rain catcher is out, and it's all going not too bad for yourself. Vox, would you kindly roll for me? Juan. Nope. Yes. Juan perception check, please.
Kindly, I don't know, but regularly, absolutely.
Would someone be so
Pedantically,
kind
even
to
more.
give me that number?
5.
Really?
I'm
5.
kidding. It's an 8. It's an 8.
Sweet. I just need to very quickly get a book. Because
Is it a book about traps?
no, it's not Ruby's favorite book.
Hey, that's mine.
Sorry, it's not Ruby's favorite website.
Ah,
It took you a while. I missed that website.
what the fuck?
Oh, you don't know? 4chan got absolutely decimated. It ain't been up in weeks.
Huh, but 4chan is not about traps.
Yeah, as if you go on the B-board.
Why would you do that?
I hate myself.
Understandable.
Go on and ask another stupid question. So I'm just looking for something very specific. But as you are here, listening in, 8, yeah, you take it all in. The sounds, the smells, the overall excitement of what's just really occurred, and probably the fear of what's to come. given you just watched that happen. You hear... I need 2 source books, Ruby. 2 source books, I hope you're counting. You hear a most horrible noise right at the last possible second. The screams of a woman and a hunt. You hear the particulars of the forest. The scream seems to be coming towards you. What do you wish to do? And this is one of those times I'm going to ask you to be as like fucking pedantic as possible.
What direction do the screams come out of?
Roll a d4. What'd you get?
1.
North.
North. North on the map is
Up.
also the actual north.
Yeah. Unless stated otherwise, north is always up.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that casting alarm as a ritual would take too long. How far away does the scream sound?
I'll say within about 100 foot in closing.
Ah,
Fast. You can hear the brushes of the forest as well. Sounds like there are multiple things.
well, did the scream sound human? And
Yes.
childlike?
Feminine.
Female, okay. A feminine human scream. Well, I would, Ifrit would walk over this way. Not stand like right next to the bushes, but like have a good view of them. And say loudly enough for someone at 100 foot distance to hear who goes there.
Really, don't worry, ads.
And then I would also call over Silida. If Silida is still awake.
As you hear the screams, you scream, "Who goes there?" And as you do, you hear just more screams. You hear it some more, you hear this almost rhythmic chanting. You then watch as the trees seem to... You hear a very familiar noise. It sounds a bit like... as it goes through. You realise that you too have a spell that goes... You realise you kind of maybe have traded your soul for it. As Silida comes back up. Ah, do your people just not let a woman sleep? You like see she is
Usually yes, but
covered
someone's
in
screaming over that way. And I think that was just an Eldritch Blast being cast by someone. should we? What do you think? Should we
Watch
stay
is just-
here, or check it out?
Watch as it just bursts the camp, and as it does, the Eldritch Blast just hits the fire, and these stones fly everywhere. Griselda looks at you. You think they were aiming at you?
Why would they
No, I
do
think
that?
they're aiming at seagulls. Seems to be a pretty
Yeah.
popular sport around these parts.
Yeah, probably just not as talented at hunting as I am.
You hear the screams once more, and as they do, you watch as bursting from the brush as well, I can only describe it in a word that Ruby will understand as smash.
AI
Zooey,
generated.
mama!
As a woman bursts through the camp and then immediately turns and notices you.
So firstly, would Ruby really smash? Because this does not look like an animal or some type of alien or...
It looks too human for Ruby.
Yeah.
If I show any token, Ruby would say smash. It's Ruby's thing.
No, you've shown Ichi before. Smash.
You know, and like...
Also the monster from the fake illusion monster from 2 sessions ago. I think.
It looks
pass.
ideal.
Ah. But as she comes
Unexpected.
running in and she starts heavily breathing and starts speaking in a language. What languages does she speak, I wonder? Yeah, she starts speaking in an almost sing-songy language. It seems almost derivative of Elven in some way. She kind of looks round and like just once more starts speaking in like another tongue. Make an insight check.
Insight. Can I also maybe roll for maybe history to see if I recognize the language? I would
Sure.
assume it's something like Sylvan, but that's just me as a player. History.
I'm gonna ramp
there
the
we go.
tension up a little bit. So the first language does seem like it was Sylvan, yes. This one here, however, is more guttural. You watch as Solida's eyes narrow ever so slightly. As you watch as she turns to the forest. What exits the forest, however, there are 4 shapes, humanoid in nature, but that's probably about it. The leader of the pack looks like a fully formed human, complete with scales head to toe, and the head of a copperhead snake. The second comes through. The head of a human with scales under the eyes that seem to go round to the ears. Almost no hair. Humanoid body. And instead of legs, it seems to have 2 snake bodies for legs. The third, a human man by all metrics, barring the scales, and as you watch as a tail wraps round his waist that looks like a snake. And the fourth, looking very much like the very first, is a human covered head to toe in scales, but still very much human. The one here stands and sees you, Vox, Icareth, and Silida. As the other woman stands there, she looks extremely petrified. He watches. The priest in front raises its hand. You see the energy gathering at the fingertips. You may or may not have sold your soul to be able to do this in the past. See.
Can we all calm down for a moment? What is this about?
See. Priest.
Well, what's this all about then?
This priest looks at you, and as it does, and Silida turns to look at you. It says the sacrifice must be made.
What sacrifice? And what for?
It's like she just walks to the side and grabs your head and turns it ever so slightly to the woman standing where the fire used to be.
And what for?
Axinsas. God Seth. They wish to sacrifice her to the god Seth.
What type of god is this Sith?
Seth? She watches she places a finger up to the Yuan Ti, all three of the one in the back holding scimitars. And she raises a finger, and even the priest looks. She looks to you. Seth is a Yuan Ti god. He's not known for his patience. You know, sacrifice people, the good of the harvest, to the good of the brood. You know how it goes. Stan Seth and Sato Sas. I can see us.
So,
It wishes to just let him have it.
out of character, it would be really funny if I offered them help, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be.
I'm afraid we will have to call her a guest now, since she is in our camp.
He watches, they look.
So,
They see the effigy built in place. And as the priest turns its head to Silida. See that source. Intact could so since. My God.
Yeah.
I would say loud enough for my companions to all hear. Wake up, guys, there's visitors.
They go to turn away, and he watches Silida speaks some words in the language that at this point here, I think because Brutus would potentially be awake, he just flashbacks of fucking 10. Oh wait, Brutus didn't take that, okay. God. Xourel? Nope. Oh, it's so refreshing to have no one that fucking speaks Abyssal. So refreshing. Yeah.
Oh, I thought one of the tieflings was.
Yeah. I thought the
Very
tiefling
cool.
that took the Abyssal would also speak Abyssal. Today I have
okay.
been proven wrong.
Once again, this party never fails to amaze me.
Don't just stereotype them like this.
What? Like, Amber took... Oh, Amber didn't take Infernal either. Amber actually took Celestial, the exact opposite.
You never know when it might be useful.
But yeah, Tieflings, as your tent is flashbanged, as you have been told, there are visitors. You step out, and I would show you multiple tokens, except all Yuan T Malison have the same token. So again, a guy with a human head and serpent bodies for legs, a guy with a human head and a snake tail wrapped around his waist, and a human covered head to toe in scales, as well as a humanoid snake. Amber, you see these things.
I just realized I've been mute the entire time. Amazing. I was just raving about the fact that the Abyssal Tiefling took Infernal and the Infernal Tiefling took Celestial. I give them a look over. I turn to the guide. Is this your people?
Do they look like my people?
Yes.
Not sure.
She once more like, Arkansas.
I thought you were the studied one.
I don't want to be
Like-
insensitive. That's why I'm asking.
It moves forward and like, they maybe were my people, they may be of a different clan, I don't know. I'm a bit of an outcast now. I'm also a vegan.
So,
no harm in curiosity.
I think you, as a local expert, would agree with me that they don't seem all too friendly. I take it.
Can I, while they're riff-raffing around, can I check my book?
Yeah. As she kind of like leans into you. They will kick your asses. Diplomacy is key.
Oh, then we're doomed.
As you immediately flick out the Volo's guide. This also technically encompasses part of the monster manual, but I will give it to you regardless.
Oh yeah.
Please say thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, dungeon mommy. Fuck.
I'll take it. So, what stands in front of you as you quickly scan the book? Could you give me, just out of curiosity, please and thank you, sleight of hand using your intelligence modifier?
So that's a one hard, and that's a dirty 20.
Doity 20. So, Volo does not speak about one of these, but that's okay. I will again still give it. Oh, this. Oh, he's specifically the Tomb of Annihilation book. Alright, cool. Volo speaks about 3 of these. The Yuan T Malison. You quickly realise that Volo's a bit racist, and rather than trying to give them any type of designation, he just calls them types 1 through 5.
Damn.
Oh, I didn't know Volo wrote Vox. Was written by Vox.
Malison type 1, human body, head of a snake. Malison type 2, human head, body with snakes for arms. Malison 3, human head and upper body, serpentine lower body instead of legs. Malison 4, human form with 1 or more serpentine tails. Malison 5, human form covered entirely in scales. For what he considers type 4 and 5, they have been known to shed their skin in order to escape grapples, and anyone who tries to grapple them afterwards starts to burn. Their skin covers in boils, and the bone is quickly exposed. Did you get all that?
I got the general gist of it.
Cuckoo.
So some of them are a little touchy. I'll be here all night.
They want the girl.
The girl? What girl? Oh, the girl behind us. Hello, girl. Well, I suppose we can maybe... Can you translate for us, dear guide? It seems like we're not able to speak their tongue and you're the only one proficient in it.
Yes, it's almost like they're my people.
Well, wasn't sure their dialects, maybe.
You hear like, they're
Again,
getting
I
a
don't
little
wanna be
pissy at the
intent-
back, speaking the language, and like she turns around and just instantly hisses at them, almost like a cat, as they like take a step back. And whilst the language is alien to you, you can tell that they're all of a sudden just a little sassy in tone. Like, oh no, you didn't.
Oh no, you.
It's, maybe we should get some muscle? These things
Brutus
may...
is right here.
Oh no, he's... The twink has no chance. As you correct, walks out of the room with... walks out the tent with Clive and Aziri and just... Flashbang!
Oh, they're flashbanged. Yeah,
Well, I
they,
suppose we can maybe come to a deal. We don't have to waste anybody's life or spend any effort that's unneeded.
So-
Yes?
I have a thing,
Yep.
and others might hate me for it, but I do think that Tom would immediately go into a rage because these two Asma remember these creatures and how they were about to sacrifice them.
Oh God!
I did not think of that.
Yes, you would get
Yep.
racist.
He would get...
That is
So-
such an Aziri thing.
Aziri would immediately go into rage, and Clive would immediately grab his weapon as well.
Celada, like, immediately, like, runs in once more, like, hand out, like, oh, don't, wait a minute, like, kind of sprints, like, skids on the ground.
Can Brutus help with this?
Yeah, it's like, immediately, like, jumps to, and is like, diplomacy first, diplomacy first.
Aziri will keep a rage in check for now.
That's it, look threatening.
Clive, in the meantime, will, if he has a time, grab his suit of armor and try to start plating up.
Yep. Is it like...
Don't remember if it takes a minute or 10 minutes.
It's mithril chain, so I think that's actually 5?
Okay.
Uh,
I think Player's Handbook tells us, but I think it's 5 to don and doff medium.
medium.
Okay, well, he'll start doing that.
I couldn't tell you. I think it's 1 and then 10 for heavy.
It's like,
Top of my head.
Celada takes a step forth once more. It seems sucks. It can seem so fra.
It seems so sus. What?
Mate, I'm just making sounds that begin with S here, like, you read it as all you
You
want.
just said it seems so sus.
Is she playing Among Us with them?
I caught you faking tasks, what do you mean?
They're arguing about it among us.
Malice in 4
Obviously.
fucking vented.
They were faking the sacrifice.
She kind of looks at them and...
I watched the world of scan.
Tansatsosa. Atsien Sar. It's Thunderringsats. Atsamsa. It says, She points at you when she does that, Clive. Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever you need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There is now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Boundary, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. And there's a go live time. This is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Phandelver where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. Now things get real fun in 2025 because on Saturdays or Fridays, depending upon where you are, we have Dungeon of the Mad Mage. On a Friday it will be 5 PM PST, 7 PM CST and 8 PM EST. However, on a Saturday, 1 AM GMT, 2 AM CEST and 9 AM Hong Kong Standard Time because we have players there. And as a spicy extra bonus, Dungeon of the Mad Mage will go weekly, no more time between. Every weekend, unless something comes up, you will be treated to a Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Now I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game.
I will also take a moment to look back at the woman back here to check on her. Like if she looks wounded or combat ready or anything.
I don't think Clive would see that as he's busy with the armor.
The Malison, one on the left, Malison number 3. You know what, I'm just gonna make his name constantly because, you know. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and make sure that these guys are, so we know who we're talking about here. There we go. This Malison type 3 gives off a hiss, so it raises the scimitar and pulls it out. What that shots? You watch the cylinder like immediately starts to pull the string of the bow. Does the priest looks at her and starts to speak some words. You see the words of magic. To move over. Celida looks at him. As she does, immediately shakes her head and you hear her in comment, "They're even trying to use magic against me. Like I'm not one of them."
How far along
you're not.
How far along is Clive with the armor?
I got the legs on, and you're starting on the torso part, I'd say.
Fuck. Alright.
She's gonna like sell it immediately, like walks over to Amber. They want the girl, they will go through us. Icarus does not want to give up the girl. I hope you have some big words that I can translate that work well in Abyssal.
how willing do they seem to be on the trade?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. The priest said that you look like you would make an excellent, I can't say the word, but, you wouldn't like
A
it.
gimp.
Not that I mind that we're being good guys, but why are we protecting this lady if she's causing this much trouble?
Can
Who is
I
she exactly?
insight the girl's vibe check? Like
Yeah.
what she's up, what her deal is.
Scared. Very scared.
Does she look just human, or is there also a snaky bit?
She looks human. She's, say wounded. Yeah, there is, like, blood dripping on her arm a little and down into her dress. She does look like she's been hit by one or two arrows or such.
You poor thing, do you speak common by chance?
I speak a lot of things.
What caused you to get into this situation?
Wrong place, wrong times.
And you were caught as a sacrifice?
I don't know, I don't speak their languages.
I'm sure this could have happened to any of us.
I'm
In
sure
fact, it
they
almost
could have
happened to a
condensed
good
this
friend
into
of
an email.
mine, the turtle.
Just to be fair, the Yuan-Ti will just turn anyone into a slave. And then anyone into a sacrifice. We really are not picky.
So out of curiosity, sweet girl, if you were to put our life on the line, what would you have to offer in return?
You call me sweet, so something nice to look at?
She offering her body.
No, she said something nice to look at. She was very specific with those words. You can look,
Oh,
you
she's
can't
a
touch.
stripper! She's a stripper!
She's an
Uh,
artist.
Somebody come get her.
She's
She's going to make a painting for us, okay? She's going to
I
make a
don't-
painting.
I don't think I need a stripper in this neck of the woods. I think my survival is more important, so you better drum up something before I make a deal for my own skin. I sadly can't shed them like these people can.
How far along is Clive with the armor?
So you've got about, you know, like putting on the arms.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
Takes a long time.
That's not how the chainmail works.
He said plate
Right.
up. He has other things to put on underneath this stuff. He was nakedish.
What the fuck?
She kind of looks at you. I'm sure we can work things out once we, you wouldn't let a
She's in need of
innocent
help,
be
Amber.
killed.
As Aziri will walk up to her, place one of those flaming hands on her shoulder, give her 7 temporary hit points. Hopefully that feels relieving, and calmly say, "Don't worry, we'll protect you from this evil."
She
Well,
nods and the Yuan-Ti not Malison, priest will turn and look. Your strongest gains are strongest.
What?
Battle of soul.
Oh my god, I have to play a saxophone.
I don't think so.
Clive starts fucking slap bass.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't come
I
George.
think you're just about to leave.
Clive will imitate breakdancing with his fingers.
Wait a minute, our strongest against strongest? I'm just gonna go over to the guide. Do they mean physically or some other challenge?
Well, it wouldn't be a mental
Knowing
one. I
Aziri-
think they would lose. Sorry, you would lose.
Aziri would consider herself to be the strongest, even if it's about mental. So she would likely step up.
Well, I suppose we have tribute.
Just really quick to the guide. What are our odds of surviving if we have to fight them?
You have to fight all four? 0.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You have to fight all of them, different story.
Wait.
Oh, I fight one of them,
Are
different
you-
story.
Quick question.
Yes?
What are their weaknesses?
What the
Can't
fuck
the
would I
priest
tell you
handle
what
this?
would kill me?
I mean, clearly they're different types. So I just thought they might have different resistances.
You can't just call them different. It's fucked up, man.
The
They're different types of tiefling.
priest looks at Aziri, and as it does, you watch as the little tongue comes out and tastes the air. It looks directly at her. And you are the strongest. And you are strong? You are strongest?
Is he saying this in common? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to be like really broken, but it's really hard to be broken like this. I've already committed to the sentence.
are you the strongest? Gotta
you
gotta
strong?
hit the S's.
For now,
Are you?
for now, I am tied with the strongest in the group. But I would say I'm the strongest right now. Yeah.
You watch as it licks its lips, and as it does, places a hand on Aziri's shoulder and puts another out. Acquire. And gestures towards the 3 Malison.
I'll. Sorry for asking this again. How far along is the armor bit?
I'm gonna say we're just about there. Like, just doing like the
Right.
final strap. Oh, just hit myself in the nuts with a pen.
In character or?
No, in real life. The snake gestures and tells Aziri to acquire as it gestures over the 3.
Oh, I thought like singing choir. Choir. Choir what?
Acquire combat.
Oh, like that. Okay. She will. This priest. How does she look physically?
Slender.
I thought it was an E.
Whatever. They. Aziri will grab the priest by the clothes and go, "I choose you."
No clothes. All skill.
Okay, we'll pull her by the skills and go, "I choose you."
As the moves its hand and they all take a step back, and as they do, the priest smiles. And as it does, it leans in. You all watch as it smiles when it says this. As it does say this, Aziri, please and thank you, wisdom saving throw. Good news, Aziri. You're not under the spell of suggestion. Oh, initiative.
Yeah, you. Right. I'm hoping the armor is fully on now.
I will go ahead and say so, yeah.
Are all of us rolling initiative or?
I'm getting the feeling y'all are gonna be rolling initiative. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to ask you all to make insight checks against Clive's initiative roll.
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck me, that's where I rolled that 20.
So, Brutus, Icareth, Xourel, use roll with disadvantage. Amber,
On initiative.
yes. Amber, you're well aware what's coming.
Why was it against Clive's initiative?
It just set a good DC, I'll be honest.
Oh, you
Like, I don't lie. Oh, silly die, you fucking silly bitch.
Oh my god, I've rolled a 4. Amazing.
How do I roll initiative at disadvantage?
I think
Well,
it's
Take
just
control over the
it's an
initiative
18
button.
then.
silly.
You can also just
Yep.
Sorry, good.
Oh, you go. Yep.
I was just gonna say you can hold control while rolling initiative, and it rolls at
Yeah, I
disadvantage.
did, but it didn't work.
Oh.
Can you set it
Oh,
to
fuck, suck.
18?
Sec, Malison type 4. Malison type 3. Malison type there. And Icareth, you said set it to a 3.
No, to 18.
18.
I rolled 18 and 16, but it's both +2. So it should be 18 instead of 20.
Okay. So,
And if you wouldn't mind, maybe you can put me underneath Clive.
I was just going to start this combat from Clive.
Okay.
So, if I go like that, go like this, and then go like this. Clive, as you watch as Aziri goes forward, grabs the snake, and as you just
What?
tighten.
He's in the tent, isn't he?
Do you see the holes in that fucking tent?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Like, take the last strap, like, pull it, and... But you are now here. You are up, boil. Let's just say missing 5 foot of movement, call it fair.
Yeah. He'll froth at a mouth, as I suppose a certain type of hatred takes over. He will drink this potion.
Canonically, Clive has Hugo Boss armor. Okay, got it. Yep, another one you're on about, and that's just for you. There you go, sir. No concentration required.
And will step out, sword in hand. That took his action though. And emit this blight, this misty blight. I should have a use of this, I think. And do this one, is it?
Which one?
The damage one, Inner Radiance.
Okay, that's your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, and we'll run up to here.
And that's
That's
2
his
damage.
turn.
Yeah?
Is it at the end?
I believe so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 2 damage. Aziri takes 1 damage.
Brutus takes 2 damage.
Yes.
I'll not
Oh,
Brutus
nice.
out. Friendly fire is activated, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Clive isn't all that, he's not really there anymore, so he wouldn't be thinking of that.
Rude.
Are you sure you can't just put my initiative beneath like?
He can, just doesn't want to.
Can, but the idea is that it's how ready you are, and you have been itching at this the longest. The snake woman will take a look at Aziri. He watches the arm comes out, and as it does, she will try to constrict Aziri. An 11
Would you not
bonus.
have used your action on the suggestion spell?
Good point.
Isn't that how you typically rule?
I
things?
took that one there. Good point, sire. Malice in type 5. He will hold an action. Xourel's turn. Xourel, you watch, is like surprised. Clive just busts out this huge, sickening like radiance, if you will, and then walks onto the battlefield with a hatred that can only be felt by 6 million.
Oh god.
What'd it do?
Wait, was that like a
Feels
Holocaust joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck you.
The Hugo Boss armor joke didn't give it away.
Not really, no.
Oh
I
my
didn't know
God.
why he said Hugo Boss.
Wait, till
You,
you
you
get...
do know who also used Hugo Boss?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, I know that. I just didn't know why he said Hugo Boss.
Why does Arms of Adar do friendly fire?
Why does Clive's Radiance do friendly fire? We're going to be asking a lot of questions for a while.
Okay.
I'll be like really nice because you know how I'm like really nice like that. And I will just extend the battlefield as such. I think it's only like 20 foot, but it's 20 foot additional.
I don't know how to play Oro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's like a sword bard, isn't he?
Yeah, but still at this point here has these other spells as well. You know.
Yeah.
Would he respect the whole strongest versus strongest thing?
I don't know because I feel like with Claymore's bullshit that has been broken.
I get the feeling
Clever.
Xourel would look at this and just be like, drama, and just want to see where it goes for a round more than anything. You know?
That's what I think as well.
He is gonna take a step back to watch the girl.
That's a lot of steps back.
It's one big step.
Draw his longsword.
One small step for Xourel. One
Wait, that's-
huge leap.
For everyone else.
And then he's gonna ready an action with as trigger any hostile action targeted towards him for vicious mockery.
Okay. Holding
And
a
that's-
vicious mockery.
Yes.
With him, you are referring to Xourel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Malison type 4 will hold his action. Celida will look at yourself there, Clive, and give you an odd look.
I don't
I'll
think
look-
he'd be looking at Salida.
Everybody else is seeing it. A look of like, I want to say like admiration, but also like, you know, the balls. And she will she'll take
Audacity.
Yeah, she'll take a few steps back, but not the audacity. Like, oh, the audacity. Audacity is in this motherfucker. Aziri.
Sorry, I'm eating an almond. Aziri would go, my turn, and probably say it not as cheery, but you know that's what almonds do to a motherfucker. And reckless attack against the priest.
16 for 14 will hit.
And I believe that's all she can do.
You want to know something? I
mean-
was sitting there expecting a second attack to come through.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Give you an idea of how out of depth this is for a fight. Brutus!
15, getting out of the fucking flashbang zone. 20, 25, and... Okay, I'm a bit confused on the situation. Are we all fighting, or are we still doing the strongest against strongest? I'm kind of lost a little.
I think Clive and Aziri don't quite know who's the strongest. My
Oh,
dad's...
lovely.
The two of them?
Yeah, this is just Cylida's insight.
If it's a
Oh,
Can I try
Aziri-
to insight myself?
Aziri did say Aziri did say currently we are tied.
Yeah,
I
I was
consider
going to say
myself
the
to be
same.
the strongest.
If it's a tie, then it's 2 versus 1, no? Because they're equally strong. So you can select one of them.
Fine, then Brutus will hold an action to shoot if anyone tries anything funny.
Okay.
If any of
That
you
is
want
so
to try
fucking
any,
vague. Could you please elaborate on that?
if any of these 3 Malasans try to attack or
Malasan?
interfere with the fight, I'll any of them, whichever one does it first.
Alright.
If any of them try anything to interfere with the fight or attack anyone, I shoot them back.
Alright, Amber. We've got ourselves a Pharaoh standoff. A Water Devian standoff.
Just like Am.
Amber is gonna shuffle over to the girl and just like whisper loud enough that Xourel can hear it, that she can hear it, but nobody else. You better have some fucking coin for this. And he's gonna ready a hypnotic gaze. If anybody hostile gets within 5 feet of her.
Okay.
Why do you keep protecting yourselves?
Actually,
Everyone's holding actions here. It's like the kettle is boiling, it's whistling, and like everybody's just giving each other really weird looks.
I wouldn't know if Quanti can be charmed or not, right?
Correct.
I don't remember out of character.
It's not in the book.
Not in the book.
The information when you consult Volos, the information given to you by the DM is the information the book gives you. This is where shit gets fun. This Yuan-Ti is going to hold his action. You can rest.
I will move over this way, and that is all within. Yeah, that's all within range. Not targeting this guy, targeting the other 3. If any of them steps forward, I will Eldritch Blast them.
If any of them step forward.
Hold action. Actually, if anyone not only steps forward, but just moves at all, like move out of the position they are currently standing in.
Wait, anyone?
Any of these 3.
Okay.
If
You guys
anybody here moves at all.
You guys are so bad at specifying things.
That is great.
Fix mine.
Clive.
Dare I say it? Perchance, hold an action. Let's see. Actually, he's insane right now. So he'd
Crazy. That was crazy. Once.
seeing as they're basically tied in strength, he will attack
Sweet.
the priest.
As you do that, you immediately, as 3 arrows come flying towards yourself. So, before anybody lets off any other held actions, we're going to do this like reasonable adults. Gark, you hit 22 for 12. It hits. Anything else before we move on?
2 radiant damage. And then I prepare for 3 longbow or short bow attacks.
As 3 longbow attacks come to yourself, your AC is currently back up at 16.
Yes.
As you watch, just third one hits you, 21 for 3.
Okay.
Brutus, does it proc?
I mean, I specifically stated if they attack anyone or interfere.
So they've just attacked Clive, so your held action now goes off. Pick a Malison, any Malison.
I'm just gonna roll D3. Alright, number 4.
Yep, middle
He's getting
guy.
shot.
16 for 9, well hit.
And you know what? He gets pushed too.
10 foot.
10 feet back.
He goes. At this point then, Salida will fire off her longbow towards the Malison over here. Which
This
is a
is fucking
12
amazing.
for 11, which hits. And I think, let me check,
Would
she will mark it as her favoured foe.
You know what?
An additional D4 of damage for 1. Ruby, does it proc anything for you?
no?
If nothing steps within 5 feet or acts hostile towards Xourel, no.
And it doesn't do nothing for Xourel?
Selfish. Nope,
Oh.
Xourel is selfish.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
all
Would
the
I,
held
sorry,
actions.
would would I still have a bonus action?
I specifically propped you for that beforehand.
wait
Yeah,
a minute.
I didn't.
I asked
That
her
is
if there's
it,
anything
then.
else.
Hold on, what about my held action?
Yeah, I was about to say, I technically moved a Malayson, if that
Yeah,
counts.
he
Yep.
moved. Not willingly, but he moved.
It moved! Sure. 15 for 11 on the one that was moved. I just imagine it's like the calm as Clive picks up the sword, the arrows, the boom, 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 just this cacophony of like an explosion, and just everything is moved straight after, and everybody's like, alright, we're good. We're good.
Me and Vox basically just fuck you to that one Yuan-Ti.
Yeah, a guy gets kicked back, and then I'm like, no, you don't.
Where do you think you're going?
Bring that ass here, boy!
The Yanti, the beautiful, beautiful Yanti guy here. Well, no. Oh boy. He will take his... Do you have like anything good that you can do here out of curiosity? Arguably, he is very well balanced. So, in his great balance, he will take a bite against Aziri. A 13 will miss Aziri. And he will then try to, instruct Clive. Clive, 22 to hit.
That hits, yes.
You are taking 8 points of bludgeoning. You are grappled and restrained. Don't bother making a con save, as I'm pretty sure you don't need to make
Yeah,
one.
I know.
I'll just delete these. Malison type 5. He ain't too sure what to do right now. Everybody around him's been attacked. Bar him, he's just like, whoa. I've attacked, but no one's done anything. Maybe I've got away with it. Fuck it.
If I don't move, they might not notice me.
Rushes towards Icareth, and as he does, throws down the longbow, grabs the scimitar, will make 2 attacks against Icareth.
Ouch.
Icareth, your AC is 13.
13, yes.
A 15 and a 15 and a 16 to hit.
Both hit.
For
Nice.
7 and 4, a total of 11 damage.
Ouch.
All slashing.
Okay, yeah, I'll take 11.
This is a very civilized game of D&D. It has been so far. Would you like to take a reaction in any way?
I'll take this one, I guess.
Okay. Hellish Rebuke. Oh, that's where he gets the nat 20. Still technically takes 6 points of fire damage as you Did anyone else? Nope, that's me. Never mind. Xourel.
Are we fighting?
What the fuck do you think, mate?
I don't know. You started fighting. What does the girl say when asked about coin?
Real quick, Icarus,
You didn't ask about coin.
I will say, due to how you proc as a short rester, you would have a short rest due to the first watch being taken by the guys and not being interrupted. So I'm giving you a spell slot back. The girl.
You're talking about who are red?
Xourel also gets a packed slot back as well, if that's the case, then yes.
You didn't
And
ask about coin.
What was that, Amber?
He can roll a die.
I'll give you both 2 hit die as well. Call me fucking generous.
Hi, generous.
Hi, generous.
What's your first name, Ellen?
Icarus, you can knock off 2 hit die as well.
Where are the hit die?
Just go in for a short rest, and then click the little roll button twice. Cool. Nice. So then, Xourel. Amber, the woman hasn't said anything yet because it's not been her turn. Because I probably should have stated, but didn't. I'm just going to have her act on initiative count 20.
And also, you didn't ask for anything.
It has been her turn since I asked.
Yeah, but I forgot, so now I'm remembering.
Well, you can retroactively add it because I only talked to her and Xourel.
But you didn't ask.
If there has been a short rest, don't forget that also everyone has inspiration again.
Really, she hasn't said anything. Okay, just...
Yeah, okay. Xourel is gonna... You know, it's the angels fighting. Did Xourel like the angels?
What about Brutus? This one is Brutus an angel?
He's an angel in my heart.
Brutus isn't in the fray yet. We're good.
What are you talking about? He's made an attack.
I shot a guy.
He is not getting attacked. So, does Xourel like the angels enough to give a shit?
This is actual racism.
It really is.
A better question.
First real example of racism.
A better question might be: will Xourel regret the consequences of not helping the angels?
True.
Good
I
question.
don't know how to play this character. I'm not gonna lie.
Because right now
Dramatic
there's
and
two
gay.
very. Right now there's two
Wait,
very
what?
angry angels.
Oh, I know what Xourel would do. Xourel would draw his sword and put it at the throat of the woman, and just shout, "Stop or I'll kill her."
What?
That seems like the shit Xourel would do.
What the fuck? No.
No.
It really doesn't, but
Yeah,
okay. It's fluid canon.
Fluid cannon until otherwise. Is the Yuan T...
I Xourel would do.
Is the Yuan T priest kind of shouts round. Goal achieved!
Well,
Yeah.
try.
Stop doing this, or I'll do what you want. Okay.
And then
Go ahead.
he blasts at the guy, at the priest.
Oh, we get
It
blicky.
was worth a shot.
Does Xourel have repelling blast? I believe they do.
Oh, good question.
Agonizing repelling, they do. 10
Yes.
foot is that? Or is it 15?
Repelling is 10.
Clive, you're coming with me.
Alright.
Do anyone
Don't
else have
forget
Xourel's
the
turn?
template also.
Yeah, you can move your template still
I have a
goes.
question.
Yeah?
There was a fight once with, I think, a Naga or something that did the same thing to Ichi, and I used my Thunderous Smite, which pushed him back, and that broke the grapple. Would it not do the same here?
That was the giant constrictor snake?
No, it was Well, it had the face of a human, so I'm guessing it's.
Oh, that was
Spirit
the
Naga.
that was the snake actually.
Yeah, it was just this very strange-faced snake.
Yeah, like
Oh.
where's it here? Is it this one? Nope. Flying snake. Nope. Poisonous snake. Nope. This one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
one.
giant constrictor snake.
Point still stands. That broke the grapple. I'm wondering, because this is pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
I don't remember it actually breaking the grapple.
I remember it breaking the grapple.
Was it Ichi also unconscious at the time?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure I was in the process of being swallowed. Not grappled anymore.
Thematically grappled, but more so vored. I'm saying this one here,
Okay,
even
so-
even though it all reads exactly the same, that snake does more fucking damage and has a higher escape DC. Come again?
Only if you watch.
I'm gonna say so
Okay,
because
so-
you're awake. No,
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
it's not maybe that way. Xourel does nothing else with Xourel's turn. I'm assuming.
Nope.
Malice in type 4 will walk on by. Really can't do too much at this point. But will come to here, and as it does, will whisper sweet nothings into Clive's ear as it speaks a word, a very simple, very elegant word, but in this harsh language, its tongue it doesn't quite understand. But you get the general gested meaning that you should probably make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I figured.
You're good.
Exactly, Ruby. So let's kill them instead of just standing there.
I mean, even if we pass the encounter in a different way, we could still be rewarded the XP from the
Silida,
encounter.
well, at that point there, drop concentration, pick up another spell. We'll say to Clive, don't move! As the ground starts to twist up a little. And drop it there.
Hey, I like that one.
It's kind of looks at Aziri. Apologies! And then she will move over here. And she speaks in that abyssal tongue once more. You hear back from behind you, Amber, the abyssal tongue from another voice. Aziri.
I would also look at Aziri and say, I can use some help over here.
Aziri would go very quickly look at Xourel and just go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then
The green is the
move.
spike growth, as you've all watched, as it kind of seems to turn the ground a little odd looking.
Is it moving through it, or is it also entering it that deals damage?
I believe
Oh,
it would
yeah,
be
into it,
end,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
if you, I guess if you
2d4.
wanted to attack this Malison, you can go there, as the space is readily available.
Oh shit, you're right. She wouldn't. She
you-
gains 3 temporary hit points.
It's
Takes
7 damage. I rolled it straight here as well.
Oh,
I take 3.
oh, okay. Gives to Clive 11 temp and reckless attack against the priest, because Aziri can't try and break the grapple, can she?
Not through new rules, because new rules is a save, and you technically can't help with a save.
Alright, in that case, this is against the priest.
13 for 9 will hit.
giddy. And that's it. Yeah, bonus, everything.
You guys get no idea how many times I'm sitting here waiting for a second attack, only for it to spin over to someone else. Brutus!
Alright, let's see here. Wait a minute. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Would a push attack from the heavy crossbow trigger spike growth?
Any movement, so it doesn't need to be voluntary, or it's just any movement at all through it.
Hey, I'm gonna yell at the Malaysian and say, ever heard of a meat grinder? Cox crossbow.
It speaks back in the abyssal tongue once more, and you just watch as Scylla just goes, ooh! An 11 for 8 will miss.
Damn it! Damn it! Hold on, let me check my bonus sections real quick. Let's see. Do I have any maneuvers left? Let me check.
Pushing, bait and switch, and rally, you have 1 die left.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna yell over to Amber with rally and say, "Hey, boss, you need to hit better than me." That's my encouragement.
Oh my god, I got 10 HP. The character that's in the backline the entire fight.
Speaking of being in the back line, Amber,
Yeah, but you also get downed the most.
it's got you there.
I don't know what you're on about. Anyway. I don't appear to have anything that can push. I'll whisper once again. So you got point or what? And then I'm gonna. That's what flavor of pew pew do I want? Why is magic? Magic missile has a potential 15. That. So each creature of your choice within 5-foot radius. So I think it's time to put some of these snacks to Hongshu.
Oh, she thinks it's time to be useful, guys. See, wisdom saving, really wisdom of all things. God, you'd think that'd be like a con save. You have advantage, you stupid cunt. Why are you incapacitated? Nope, wrong guy. Why did it put it on him? Oh, I've selected him, that's why. No, it wasn't. That. Then we'll move over to the Malaysian. God damn it, Peps, you got me saying it wrong now.
Wait, which one?
You're welcome.
Did any get affected? That's
Yeah, but it's not the priest. It's not the priest that's affected. Oh, it's because you're targeting the priest.
Which
Sorry.
one? Which one failed? 3 or 4?
4.
I'm targeting 4.
Malaysian type. I hate you, Pepsi. Malice. Bad. Bad priest. There we go.
He activated, and if he fails to save again, he is unconscious.
Kill. Did it else?
I should have done that on the furry.
Probably.
Well, no, that was Xourel. Xourel just blasted. No, that's everything here, I think. Yes.
Malaysian. Malison.
This is just malicious.
10, 15, 20. Takes 7 points of damage.
I hope he knows he's being sent straight back into the meat grinder.
He licks his lips as he gets real close to you and he speaks a word into your ears. A very particular word.
No thanks, you're not my type.
Speak maybe a little wisdom saving throw there, Brutus. Just a little wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm just double checking that this ability doesn't apply to those types of checks. Hold on. Where is it? It's the thing where I can spend. I think that second wind only applies to checks, not saves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell. Well, okay.
You're
Oh
good.
fuck. I'm just gonna say no. You.
The girl looks at the incapacitated one over there. And she does, gotta check my range. She will look and she will speak out the words of magic. You know that these words are the words of a Mind Sliver spell.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You watch as it takes a nice big smash. How does this interact with your sleep spell, by the way?
It ended.
Oh. Sorry. She whispers it. Icarus.
I could use some help over here.
She whispers to you once more there, Amber. Save your friend.
I guess a 9 doesn't hit.
9 does not hit, sadly.
Oh, that was good damage
Are you
too.
sure?
Was.
If only you had inspiration.
That's the
Actually, yeah, yeah, I think that would be a good moment to use inspiration, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll use inspiration.
that one.
Where is my inspiration hidden?
It's usually the little D20 next to your photo, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Rock
I
off,
clicked it, but
princess.
it did not
You just
show
reroll
me.
reroll the D20 / R1 D20.
Okay.
Well then.
Ruby, I hate you.
It's not Ruby's fault.
Yes, it is. I would not have used inspiration.
Oh shit. Whoops.
Have you tried hitting your attacks?
I was gonna say, does anybody here have Bless?
No.
Clive
Yes.
actually technically has it, so Clive, good news. I said no to concentrating. I specifically said no
Thank you,
to
sorry.
concentrating.
I deleted the potion from my inventory, but I didn't think that would delete the entire effect.
Yep, don't worry, it's for an hour, is it not, as well? Or is it a minute?
I don't know.
Charm of Heroism, we'll get shut up. Didn't else your turn, Icarus?
It's for 1 minute, it says, by the way. I can't just keep standing next to this guy, I think. Would not be wise. On the other hand, there's also nothing else I can do.
You
I
could always
think.
move away and invoke an opportunity of attack.
Yeah. Not a great idea, is it? I'll move over this way. And my turn.
It is Clive's turn.
Yeah, Clive would probably be a bit too lost in the sauce to try and break the grapple. So we'll just try and slice the priest.
At disadvantage.
22. Right, forgot, my bad.
16
22
still
for
hits. 10.
10 slashing. And that's all you can do, really. End turn, yeah. And
Aziri takes
Malison
-1.
takes 2 as well.
Yep, already knocked it off the UNT. I was about to. There we go. We're gonna move to the priest at this point. It's gonna look at Aziri, and as it does, it's gonna go ahead and just try to nom 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 on Aziri.
How long is a neck if she can constrict and bite? What the fuck?
Bottom half of the body, buddy.
Oh, right.
She bites with the bottom half of the body.
Oh, she got.
Yeah,
They
man.
made a whole horror movie about this, folks. Both will miss 15 and a 7, and we'll move over to Malaysian. I will fucking heart Pepsi.
I didn't do anything!
This guy here will go ahead and he will bait our boy Icareth. Ew, Icareth. 23 to hit.
It's
Would you want me to tell you the damage, or do you want me to tell you what happens?
I get downed.
You get
Fucking
down.
insta die.
Can I also still Hellish Rebuke before?
Yeah. Does he have the? He does have the. Nice. Good. He takes 8 points of fire damage. You took 14 points of damage. Literally just one over. Malison will walk on up to here. We got flames on him as he keeps walking, and his silvered skinned looks. He'll look directly at you there, Amber. Release. Release.
Release what?
These nuts.
So it'll look. He means, yeah. Nudges back towards the girl. I'll give you the 3 to 5 business days it requires for you to comprehend that simple sentence before I take a piss.
Is he asking me to let her go?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm not holding on to her. I'm just standing in front of her. So, like, if he wants to diddle her, I mean, I'm not preventing him currently.
Ruby, just to clarify, this behavior towards women is why women are not attracted to you.
I'm aware. You don't have to tell me. Thanks. I mean, at least I'm not acting like a Nazi. I think that does the same.
Actually, from what I've heard, those are very attractive to women.
Right.
Yeah, in America. You know, in the deep south. Well, in that case, the Malison will try to grab a bitch. 8, 10, 13. And bitch will save. Xourel's turn.
Xourel is gonna see this, target him, and go pew pew to try to push him away.
It hits 12 points.
And then step on the other side. And that is it.
Xourel will tip Fedora. The Malison here will see Aziri. Will make 2 short attacks against Aziri. Just an 11 and a 12 will both miss. This guy's doing fantastic. Chilada will look at Icareth being down. will look at yourselves, will walk by, start to say some words in the language that only the snakes understand. The snake will look at her and speak some other words in that language, at which point the widow will not be too happy with what she's just heard, and will make 2 short sword attacks against this bitch. 21 and a 14 to hit for a total of 16, 15, 14 points of damage.
Against?
Malice and type 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And, you're never going to believe it, I cracked this bitch up entirely with spells that require concentration. Aziri's turn.
God.
Yeah, against the priest. Reckless. 8
23
slashing.
for 8 will hit. Will kill. It
Giddy,
drops like the
that
Malisons all seem to turn their heads simultaneously.
That also means Clive is no longer restrained.
That there would be correct.
And Zero will give Clive a pat on the back. Not give him 10 HP because he already has a lot. And just point towards a Malison.
Brutus.
Alright, let's see here. Let me just... Doop. And then... You know, I'm going to take the opportunity attack to get 5 feet away.
You know what? Ah, he's going to try and constrict you with that one there, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
An 18 for 8. You are,
I don't have any way to improve that.
You take 8 points of damage, and in the words of Wally Sykes, you're going nowhere.
Fuck. Am I still able to act as usual, or are there any other detriments?
It smiles, you watch as that tongue licks its very thin lips. You see those very sharp teeth. What do you wish to do with the rest of your turn there?
I'm just wondering if there's any other, like disadvantage on anything.
Disadvantage on ranged attacks. Actually, disadvantage on everything now because it's technically restrained.
Alright then. Fuck it, we do the electric hokey pokey. No, we don't.
What did you roll? Yeah,
Eight.
no, sorry buddy. Anything else?
Bonus action. Let me just. Fuck it, I'm gonna roll one of my second wind. I'm gonna roll my second wind.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Alright,
11
I'm back
points
to
of
max.
healing. There you go, buddy. Anything else?
I hope you know, as soon as I'm free, I am dragging your face through those spikes!
Da. Amber.
Amber doesn't like this cunt. So let's see. She is gonna. The one creature of your choice you can see within range. Now if you can hear breathing. She's gonna try to make him laugh.
The one that's next to Salida?
Yes, top 5.
Yep. You give it the words that make it go to do the laughters. Nat 20.
I can't. And that's her turn, 'cause she doesn't have bonus actions.
Malison type 3 will lean in towards you, Brutus. And as it does, when done you shit.
What does that mean?
He will take 2 attacks against you with advantage. First attack to hit is a 24.
Can I say nuh-uh?
You can, but it doesn't change anything.
I say no, but it changes something?
No. So, you would take 14 points of damage, but you are resistant to poison, meaning you only take 11 points of damage.
Ow,
He realizes that doesn't
Poison in my
work,
skin! Poison in my skin!
so he'll do it again. He 16 misses? No, it hits. Wow.
No, it hits.
So,
I'm wearing leather armor.
kinky. You would take 10 points of damage, but poison resistance, you take 7 instead.
Joke's on you, snaky boy! I'm resistant to poison!
Resistance. Nothing.
Yeah, well, how about you resist these nuts?
Cries a little on the inside. Xourel will look at the one over here, next to Salida, will make a intelligence saving throw and fail. It will take 11 points of damage. Greth, could I have from you, mon frere?
One of these.
One of these. Would have loved it to be private, but sure.
Doesn't it normally ask before it rolls?
No.
I could have sworn it's asked normally. But okay,
It's swear.
Clive,
I'll put it to private for next time.
a 13 will hit for 6.
And we'll save the lay on hands, actually.
Takes 8. Moves over to Malice and
And,
takes 5.
oh, right, yeah. Radiant.
Aziri takes
Cute.
1. Creature here
Yes,
will look at
sir.
Salida, take a little nishy nish nosh nosh pom pom bite into her. Oh, of course I hit when I'm hitting me. So Salida takes 7 points of damage. And then she has to make her own con save, by the way. So plus 2, 10 she saves. It takes another bite against her. 13 on Salida will miss. We move on over to Xourel as the snake gets closer.
So this is the fun part where I start blasting.
Sure.
Actually, so he likes to stab you, right?
He done some baiting last time.
No, Horror likes to
Oh.
stab you.
I have no idea. I think Xourel does whatever they can do at that moment in time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I had to read something. You know how that how that works for me.
You anti-cleric that sacrifices people.
I'm gonna try. Is it disadvantage blast, right? Because
Any ranged attack.
I'm gonna risk it. Neither of which would have hit, which is fucking hilarious. Then he is gonna Bardic Amber.
Did it
So
not?
I hit a Bardic. There you go. Oh, no, don't hold that. Thank you. Bardic. That's a D6, correct?
Yeah, and it's been added to the UNT. I've already
That's
thrown
good.
it on you. You've got the little conditioner there, so.
That's it. Then.
UNT here will, at this point, this is 30 foot, where it rolls off 4d4.
64.
4.
Isn't it 64?
It's for every square that they're in, so the way I see it.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, isn't it? Or do you not count the starting square?
I never count the starting square, because they take damage when
Okay.
they've stood on there, so they take damage again afterwards. I forgot my roll numbers, give me a little sec, I'll just re-roll these. 3, and that's cocked. 3 and a 4 for 7. Plus 6, 13 points of damage, plus an attack of opportunity.
2,
Two attacks of opportunity.
5, and 20.
Nice.
That's a nat 20. Got that? Oh my god!
Yeah, Aziri would have almost killed it. Clive definitely makes it happen. At this point here, the spike growth would just be pure flavor as you watch as it just turns itself into pure paste as it moves along.
Clive, Aziri, a little help here!
Aziri will, not Aziri. Yeah, Selena will walk on over to there. Will get
Fuck
hit
Allison.
with a bite. 22 for 11 on Selena. 7, 6, 3, 4, 7 total damage. She then makes her con save. 17, she saves. She stands over Icareth. Just stands and looks. Yep, and holds her action. Aziri.
Move out. Move here. 2d4, right? Oh no, you don't count a starting square.
Yep.
Make attack.
24 for 13
24 for
hits.
13. And give 10 temp HP to Brutus. And motions over
Thank you.
for Clive to help.
Brutus.
Hey, Aziri! Alright, time to try to stab.
7 will miss.
Oh, shit. I shouldn't have talked shit.
Just do anything else your turn?
I can't do anything else.
Amber.
Amber is gonna.
Wouldn't Sirida cancel her concentration?
It's free that she can do at any point, so I would say, yeah. I would say, given that there's no more Yuan T in there, she would cancel that concentration. And then it's Amber.
So many options. I think because of Bardic, I'm gonna try to point blank a firebolt.
16 for 1 will hit.
Fucking 1. I don't need to blow Bardic on that. That's all I can do, I guess.
Malice in here, well, you know, it'll take 2 bites into Aziri. So even though it's targeting Brutus, ignore that. Aziri, 20 to hit for 14, of which 6 is piercing and 8 is poison.
Okay.
I think that's like a total of 11. There we go. Oh, girl! Is it really worth my time asking this guy to roll these saves? Not exactly the smartest. Oh, he fucking saves! And the Xourel will take a step back. Icareth.
Okay, it's set to private, so if I click now, there we go.
Yep. Clive.
Wow.
Well then, look at all that red.
One. Yeah, 2 damage to type 3.
It's a new type of diabetes. This one here, haven't seen what Amber done to it.
Oh, sorry. Since it's a miss, it still takes 2 slashing from graze.
Do you want to know something? I took 2 damage off for the graze and forgot about the Celestial Revelation. We remembered 2 different things. This guy here will take Dos Bitarus into... fact. It will look directly at you instead. And it will say...
Hambaya.
Run to jungle. Home go. Now I have, just from yourself there, Ruby, real quick. Oh shit, it's nope, never mind. It is still a wisdom saving throw. Sorry. From Amber, to be specific, sorry. Ruby, from Amber, I need a wisdom save. Only just.
Wow, you're actually paying attention.
It's Xourel's turn. I would like to point out that not one of these fuckers has managed to get a single suggestion spell off. Not one of them.
I should try harder.
You should just roll worse.
Honestly, I think they might be more successful with their suggestions if they were not casting the spell.
Probably. He is gonna step over here, but would that still hit Amber? No. I think he can then Arms of a Dart. That still hits Amber. She can tank it, she's not concentrating on anything.
Tendrils erupt from you. Each creature in a 10-foot emanation makes a strength saving throw on a failed save. The target takes 2d6 necrotic and can't take reactions. On a success, it takes half as much damage only. Sweet. The save here is 13. And meets it, beats it.
Amber takes 6 and is not concentrating on anything currently, so that can drop either way.
Cool. Well, what me knock that? You've already knocked it. Cool. I don't know what it says you're concentrating on.
There you go.
There you go. Doing anything else, Xourel?
Xourel in bonus action is not there, so no.
Okay. Then, just for that, so we'll get a little pat on the kind of like it's down, like pats Icareth and is like, you'll be fine. I hope. And
Is she stealing my stuff?
God knows you're
Maybe.
unconscious. And she will walk on out here, looks at the Malison type 3, and will say, your priest is dead.
Yourself.
Go back to Rasni and tell him you failed. And the Malison will make a wisdom saving throw. Why am I saving against myself? What? Why is no one failing suggestion spells?
They're all terrible charisma.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, but they're not very convincing, you know?
Aziri, 15 for 14 will hit and hurt. Anything else?
Yeah, Brutus. Can you choose to not take the temporary hit points? Or is it
I don't know.
Well, I
I've
can check that
checked the
myself,
DM.
luckily enough.
I believe it's one of 2 features. I'm saying you can choose another creature, so technically speaking, you don't need to choose at all.
Oh, alright.
Brutus.
Well, I'm still getting squeezed. Disadvantage. Fuck me.
If the snake gets his way, he will.
Wait, hold on. Do I have any weapons that can class as an offhand attack?
You would need to have a dagger.
Do short swords not? Short swords
Also,
not
I
count.
think
Fuck.
as a javelin.
Javelins
not
can be
200.
one-handed.
It's actually just straight one-handed. That's what I was going to say. Is it not two-handed? A short sword does meet the light and finesse quality, so technically speaking.
Oh, what? Can I try an offhand with the short sword?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck it! We ball!
16 for 4 will hit.
Yep.
Did enough.
It's just misses with the poke, like stabs like to the side, fuck, immediately shakes him in his other side.
Amber.
That's it. Is dead.
Oh no, he's still going. Ruby.
I'm muted. Amber's gonna look at this guy and tell him to sit down and behave. And this is not a spell, so he doesn't get advantage. This is a feature from being a
Yeah, but it's
wizard.
a magical.
Other magical effects.
Is it a magical? Yeah, magical control, another
Yes.
creature. Fuck!
And this
I
is
thought it was
against
hard.
charmed.
Yes. So it's a wisdom saving throw against DC 12.
The other question I need to ask is, can he be charmed?
Good question.
I think the
I believe so. I think they're only immune to poison because of snake poison.
snake charm. That's the other thing I'm looking at. Missile common draconic poisoned. Yeah, only poisoned. I think it might be the playable race that has it against charmed then, or the early one. Let's see, made wisdom saving throw against your spell save. Your spell save DC as
12.
12. He gets a 13 on the die and literally only just passes.
Oh.
Are we all just gonna pass wisdom saving throws tonight?
Yes.
Great night for wisdom, horrible night for everything else.
So you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. Why is that a passive ability and non-active feature?
We'll see. Do you wish to do anything else your turn?
No.
Malison, type 3, ladies and gentlemen. He will come up, batter up, batter up, batter up. I mean, Aziri's been doing a lot of bonking, and like Brutus is like just a child screaming, so om yum yum. Okay, so Gark, I'm going to give you the damages as they come. A 16 and a 21 to hit. So, it is 6 piercing, so that'd be 3. And then 5 piercing, which would be 2. And then I do not believe Aziri has resistance to poison with her rage. So that's 20 points of poison. Ah. Well, shit. The girl will hide in the tent. Icareth, you're good. Clive.
Clive will use this on the barbarian.
Yeah, I'll add one on.
Get mad, and against the Malison.
22 for 6 will hit.
It's not a whole lot of damage, is it? Now?
Nope. Fair enough.
And yes, I should have done 2 healing. Yeah. We'll take the opportunity, as he does not want to hurt Aziri, and run over here.
You'll hurt everyone else.
It would have been
You know
really
what?
funny if
You know what?
Don't
It will drop Brutus to attack you instead. It's watched you. 10 for 12 misses.
Cool. We'll sprint over here,
Good move, Clive.
help Brutus in some way, and then deal 2 damage to all these motherfuckers.
I'll knock
Including
two,
Amber and Xourel.
I'll knock 2 off of here.
Including Amber and Xourel.
They deserve it for not coming to help sooner.
Can't you see we're being busy?
This fight
Extorting
would've
some poor
already been
child? You weren't busy, you were just being cunts.
That's the same
cunts,
thing.
I guess.
Yuan-Ti will take the disengage action.
Oh no, you ain't.
Xourel.
Use war crime.
Holy fuck.
He
Oh,
is
that's
gonna
30 feet.
follow. Now I need to look back at his sheet. Let's see. He doesn't have hideous. Can you use pack magic to cast barge spells? Yes,
so.
right.
I don't know how it interacts. I'll be 100% honest with you, Chief. Haven't a
I
fucking
believe those
clue.
are just additional slots, so I've been a fucking idiot the entire time. Yeah, I think I've just been an idiot the entire time. Let me see. So, to make up for that, he's gonna healing word Ichi. That targeted the Melisson guy. That's for Ichi, 6 heals. And then try to stab this guy.
Uh, 21 for 6 will hit. You slash the guy. Did it else your turn?
6 up, 6 down. That sounds like a good turn.
You know, if you turn one of those 6s, only joking. I'm going to check player handbook on the spellcasting for that. Is Xourel a 2024 spellcaster or 2014? 2024. Okay. Fullmate told us that's telling us about the bard. How nice. And the hacked magic will check elsewhere. Don't worry. We'll see how it goes if need be. But Selena will like stand there and be like, "Let them flee. It bolsters your reputation." And then she will look directly at the Malison over here. And again, burning a spell slot, will walk on up and say, "You will tell the legend of this group, Tarasni." Do it in Abyssal. But I'll let you know what she's still saying. "You will tell the legend of this Tarasni, how this group killed the priest, saved the sacrifice. And even though they were completely exhausted, they left you in this weakened state. Left Ikta's son in that state. Killed the priest. Saved the girl. You will tell him to never send another party." And now, for the love of God. He gets a 5, ladies and gentlemen, he fails. He is successfully suggested.
And he takes opportunity attacks as he tries to move away.
He will. He's like, you watch like the eyes glazes over and Selena will turn round. "He will leave peacefully and we will never see from this clan again." And you watch he like spits on his face and like walks away and he just takes like a bitch.
Aziri will stand up. She has that leave none alive mentality. And she doesn't know what they spoke of in Abyssal.
But then she shouted
24
out
for
in
4.
common that they were going to leave.
She still would have killed them, or tried to.
For 4,
So,
I believe that now breaks the suggestion.
Bruh.
well, Aziri wouldn't know about a suggestion spell anyway, so all the same to her.
One more suggestion wasted.
The only suggestion that goes off in fucking Gark wastes it. Typical Gark fashion.
Hey, I didn't waste it. Aziri wasted it.
That
you can
typical
do.
Gark fashion shifts the
I
blame.
would sooner say Celida wasted it.
Celida trying to stop you from getting what's worse.
You know what? Can I just try to... Considering, yeah, we basically just butchered their entire party, can I just try straight intimidation?
Yep.
Of, like...
What are you saying? What are you
Like
thinking?
the snake lady said, go tell everyone about your failure. Otherwise, I'm gonna ram this spear so far up your ass, you're gonna feel electricity throughout your entire body.
Da.
Do you want me to roll?
Roll you know the spell. You know the thing. Roll the thing.
You mean intimidation?
That's the thing.
18. Actually, you know what? Oh damn! I already used up all my second wind. Never mind. I was gonna make that even beefier.
As it looks at you and like speaks some words, and then Celida goes, he says he'll do it, but not because you told him to.
I'm just gonna turn to Aziri and just say, let this one go. Murder the other one. Pointing over at the Type 5 one.
I'm a diabetes! Does the Hadar thing go with, out of curiosity?
Hadar is a one-time pop, so that's a one-time thing.
Oh, I just don't know why the
That is
Template,
some thick guy's aura.
No, it was on the template on the token. I don't know what the hell. It is the Amber turn.
Yes, Amber steps forward out of the weird area, and then... You know what, let's put a few bullets in the back of this guy's head. That's pew pew pew. Hell yeah, that's 15 damage.
Which one, sorry?
On the guy running next to Xourel.
Scone.
Oh god, one time I roll realm damage, it doesn't matter.
Anything else?
I knew.
Okay. This guy here. Well, gonna go to like take a step back, so like moves his legs back and starts to eye Aziri. He's gonna insight check on this to see what he needs to do. On a 4, he's gonna be safe and disengage. The Xourel will just sit there PTSD'd, I suppose. Ikareth, you are awake.
I'll firstly get up,
Yep.
which gets rid of this state, and then I have 50 movement left, which I'll take in this direction, and then I'll ask the girl to decide what happens with the last guy, whether to let him go or not.
As everyone is turned to watch as the death comes, and she looks at you, and she does. Raises a hand and shrugs, and then starts to move her hands in a way that you seem to understand. As her hands say, dealer's choice.
Then Ichfreth will look at the Malazan and then at Aziri and say, let's hope we never see their like again.
Clive.
Clive will walk over to the priest's corpse. I don't remember where it's at.
Right here.
Walk over there. The smoke of blight residue originating from his entire body would dissipate. And from exhaustion,
I'm gonna be
I'd say
honest,
he
babe, I don't think
slumped.
you can turn that off. I think that just goes.
You can choose to turn it off.
Can you? That's new.
Yes,
Thank God.
at least so. What's in each?
Or until you end it, no action required. Oh, they finally fixed that.
Oh, I also missed that I could have dealt extra damage when
Yeah.
attacking, or whatever. And he will slump over the priest's corpse from fatigue, and that's that.
The next part of this broadcast has been heavily censored.
You know the pit would be over here, right? Not over here.
Or was it?
There you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
Thank
are
you.
we letting him run, or what's the plan, sir?
We're letting.
Are you also chopping him into bits to eat him, or?
I am planning on yes.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, we read answer question. The
Uh,
intent is to let him go to spread the tail and not to fuck with us.
I'll just make
Yeah.
him dance, and like I put an Eldritch Blast directly between his feet.
Yeah,
Dance, boy!
You miss and kill him.
it fires off
No.
and when it walks on up.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me be.
Looks at Aziri and to be safe, she will
Another failed suggestion.
hold. She will hold an action. Aziri.
Yeah. Action probably would go off because Aziri 100% would run after the Malison.
But she was just told explicitly not to.
I know. But Aziri, I think Tom would do this. With the whole Yuan-Ti thing and spreading the tail doesn't do anything.
Then, as she goes to move forward, I've used one. Nice. So the held action was going to be to use suggestion, but she's used it 3 times by my count. Once innately, twice with spell slots. I am so hoping.
Grapple.
I am in so much trouble here. Yeah, I'm gonna need Aziri to make a strength saving throw. Aziri fucking
yeah.
fails and is grappled.
She is very fatigued.
And
She
so,
was just bound after all.
Brutus watches like Aziri goes
I mean,
to run
Aziri-
and Selida immediately like grabs her by the arm, like holds her and is like, the look on her face like, this just fucking worked, what the fuck?
Aziri would still have an action and stuff, right?
True.
Can she use the action to try and break the grapple?
I believe it's in our strength saving throw, but sure. Yeah, that breaks grapple.
And we'll run after the Malison.
Yeah.
Doesn't grappling reduce your movement speed though? After,
Yes.
or is that something else?
I think only while you're grappled. Otherwise, I would
Oh.
like to retcon it and throw a javelin.
Whilst you're grappled, you have here. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against another creature than the grappler. Speed is 0 and can't increase.
Is that while grapple or just?
Yeah, it's well
starting-
grappled. So once you break the grapple, yeah, once you break the grapple, that's that.
But you
So-
used already an action, so
Yeah, so sprints over, can't do anything else. We then run over to
away.
Brutus.
I would also like to grab the angry woman.
I got to do the math for you. Oh, okay, alright. You gotta make another strength saving throw there, Aziri.
Fuck.
Wow. Weak, pathetic
for that
tiefling
again.
that can't have shit on me.
I'm not weak, I have 14 strength.
Aziri will ask you, why are you so hellbent on letting this thing live?
Amber.
Cause it prevents others from going after us.
Why?
I'm sorry, we barely survived. Just stop trying to stab it. Sorry, Amber, I interrupted.
Ribby.
Amber is just gonna enjoy the show and take the dodge action.
Okay. Dodging. The Malison. I think he's done it that way as well.
Look, man, you can just disengage and get out of here.
He can. That's the crazy part.
Crazy
the
part is
crazy part.
Aziri can just run after him.
Well, then I guess we're leaving Aziri behind. R.I.P.
I mean, we're resting, so we're not moving.
Can I ask Aziri to make a strength saving throw?
Oh, this dumb bitch. The Malaysian, I mean.
It was just trying to shove Aziri to the ground.
Oh. I thought I was trying to take her with him.
You know what though? It does have multi-attack.
What? Try shoving it again.
7 will
Can you
miss.
do multi?
That's the way I've always seen it. Replace any multi-attack with any action, such as push, shove, grab, mark.
Okay. I got you.
The girl will start saying the words. Gotta make sure I get it right, so give me a little second. I believe, however, it is. So start chanting the words. Anathema, anathema, anathema. As she watches as Aziri gets closer and closer, and as she tracks Aziri, and she is constantly chanting anathema, 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 anathema.
dash action
Yep.
up to here, and reaction question mark. Put like a foot to try to make Aziri fall if she runs over.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Tackle her.
People are so anti Aziri right now.
And I don't think I have anything else useful to do, so that's
Wise.
my action.
I guess
Clive,
Clive's knocked
in
out.
all of his exhaustion, will very slowly pull out a small knife and start to work on looting the corpse and hacking away at it.
Smails had his little thing. Clive has a small dagger. I see how it's going.
Yeah, actually, a bit of lore. Clive did Smiles of Circumcision.
The little knife is also being stored in the pants, right?
That little knife in your pants, or you're just unhappy to see me?
Yep, next. Xourel, what's Xourel doing?
I don't know. Are we killing the fucker?
Aziri's trying to. She sees no reason to.
Everyone else is trying to stop her.
For some reason.
We've explained our reasons several times.
No, you just said so that it can go away to tell a tale, but I mean, I can explain later why that is an absolute fucking stupid idea to Aziri.
So that also did say that it would stop more from coming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who can guarantee that?
Aziri just
'Cause
somehow
what-
has a bucket of popcorn and starts to enjoy the show as well. And that's her turn.
Alright.
His turn.
Whoops, accidentally closed the game. Shit. Fart.
Oh, what will she do? What will she do? You know what?
Walk over and grapple again.
No.
Hey, she succeeded once.
Once.
Once was unlikely.
Never
enough,
back
but
down,
one
never
fight.
what? Never give up. Never back down, never what?
Selena will immediately turn round as she sees this is going on and scream. There will be worse to come, stupid girl! And well,
You can make a persuasion.
now is going to be like the world's most horrible time to click off, so I'm going to just quickly go here. Persuasion here is +2. I got a 17 on this dice.
I would argue for disadvantage against Aziri, who is very hellbent.
Does Selena have any idea what's going to go on in regards to this here? If I'm rolling against you, then it's got to be...
I'm not going to say disadvantage. And 17, cool.
I'm saying, do I get to see the die that you've rolled on that one there? My hands have been here the entire time. I ain't touched this dice. I just also have something else clicked at the time.
In like 5 seconds, you'll see the result, I suppose.
Well, you see that there then comes the problem, because based off of what she feels based on of this is what she's going to do, which isn't a held action. She was quite literally about to cast a spell until you said that. Because whether or not I left click or right click here, that's the thing.
Oh, alright, well...
That's why the hands are up, buddy.
Aziri's muscles will, the opposite of tense. Relax a little bit.
Relax.
Lower the sword, two-handed sword. I did want to do an action to kick this thing in the shins for an unarmed attack, but I won't do that now.
I'm going to let you know right now, doing that will kill it.
Alright. Yeah, won't do it.
It's on 1 hit point, my guy. When I say fleeing,
You can always roll half damage.
when I say fleeing was its best action, I really do mean fleeing was its best action.
Alright. Seeing the relaxing, Brutus is gonna trust Aziri not to do it. Well, I guess the turn is already passed, but like he doesn't know how initiative works in game.
That's a fucking
He's just
trust
gonna-
that someone trusts.
He's just gonna relax and basically just keep a crossbow trained on the Malaysian but he doesn't think it's gonna do anything.
Malison.
Malison.
Is it so difficult? Malison.
Allison?
Malison. Thank you.
Do you know what's really going to help
Malison.
here?
Malison.
I'm just gonna go straight. I'm gonna go
Malison.
straight to D&D Beyond and hit the button.
How do you pronounce it?
You want Team Malison.
I said
Malison.
it different like
It's-
3 times. Malaysian Air Flight 227.
Amber is
Um,
enjoying us, I assume.
I did actually want Aziri to do the cool, turn around, walk away thing, but I'm guessing it's too late for that.
We can see in theory she does the cool, cool guys don't look at
Well-
explosions.
I wanted her to move towards Xourel, towards Kiana.
Girl. There we go. Really had to hide a lot of notes on this one, by the way. Malison takes the dash action, gets 60 foot as far away from these crazy people as possible. And with that, the combat comes to an end as you get close to Xourel, Kiana. As the rain pours down here in Chult, and as yous have just killed some things, I definitely did not see that combat going that way. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. First things first.
Surprises.
First things first is you coming here to this rain. Your rest interrupted twice in one night. Could things get worse? Could things get better? Let's find out next week. Good news, level up.
Yay!
Let's
Does that
fucking
not just feel fucking earned?